the stream. All right. So, uh, looks like we're on session 83. It's been going for a while. Betha, it would be your turn for scribe. Are you good this week?
Yes, I can do that.
All right. And Donnie, you would be up for next week. You're on deck.
Sure.
So, Theo, you were a scribe last time. Do you want to give us a quick recap?
I haven't heard Jarvis talk yet.
Oh, are you there, Theo?
Hello?
Oh, there
we
you
go.
are. Maybe he was muted.
We're just being quiet.
Fair enough.
We started off as demon orcs. Still, when exploring some more, left the summoning room. On the other side of the door, we saw Orbrow, and at mention of the Bodak, Betha picked up on him not being very forthcoming with information on that topic. The axe also sent something off with Orbrow, but Donnie, being the only one able to hear the axe, tries finding things out, but didn't have too much luck on his insight rolls. We headed south, saw hallways going in multiple directions. We heard a door with chanting coming from behind it. Donnie kicked it open, revealing at least 50 demons. Then we proceeded to bluff our way out of that very quickly to backtrack and close the door. After heading out of earshot, Ivor told us about some statues he saw further than the rest of us could see. Off that information and what one of the demons said, we were able to figure out that this would be a way to help bolster Orcus, but we decided to save that for later and head off to explore more of the area. We found Orbrow in another room, confused on how exactly he got there, and we started talking to him. Celia cast Dispel Magic on him, making him pop out of existence, which Theo thought meant that he wasn't a ghost. We checked the room across from us while Ivor watched the hallway. We head south, run into some Nabasu who try bossing us around, but Donnie was able to bluff us out of that situation. We heard combat behind another door, quickly tried to pick it open, but once it was picked, the sounds of combat ended and Orbrow was standing in there, surrounded by a circle of skeletons with another one in the center of it. And Orbrow seemed to recognize the skeleton. Bodak was able to pop out of nowhere and goes to console the Orbrow, and Donnie tried to confront the Bodak. Donnie didn't try slicing him right off the bat. Decided to sort of question him at first, then realizing he's an illusion, poked it with his axe sharp end instead of dull end, making it disappear.
Looks like
And
coming.
Hmm?
I said it looks like David's on his way.
woohoo! So me buying time is paying off. Yes. We found out that the Bodak isn't the one causing the summoning of the demons. It was instead the undead dragon Telekaru? Is that right, Lou?
Yeah.
Telekaru?
Telekaru, according to Corvus.
I'm not
Telekaru is the one who's summoning the flames of Orcus.
good at them their words. It no longer follows Orcus before Donnie dispels the illusion he was using to talk to us. Theo senses some divination magic and starts talking to the air. We also find out the undead dragon is still alive-ish, and Theo gets excited at the idea of more dragon parts. We head back the way we originally came from, looking for areas we couldn't go through before, trying to find potential phylactery locations. Heading back into the cathedral, we run into the large demon that Donnie converses with. The Bodak whispers in Theo's head that it will quiet the noise if we fight the large demon, and Theo passes on the information. leaving out that he got the idea that everything would be quieted from the Bodak, because he knew Donnie wouldn't quite like that part. Charge into attack, opening it up with a Thunder Fist, setting Donnie up for the okie doke. Ivor was able to fly up in the air, and we proceeded to beat up the demon before he summoned a copy of himself, and then trap that, and combat ensued.
Yeah, the demon summoned a copy, but Zalia put him in a force wall. So it's currently stuck. But it's just fixing one of my scripts that wasn't loading. Give me one moment. Let's set up some options here. Okay, so back to it. Uh-oh. Music's bugged again.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I had to delete it and re-add it. But back to the combat. I believe it was Theo's turn.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I still have tech magic going. I was trying to remember what I was concentrating on.
Yes, I believe so.
So the one south of me is the one trapped in the wall of force.
Yep. But I think you're. Are you feared? No, you wisdomed out of that. That's right.
Yeah, you were feared in the beginning, but you made your save. Alright, so what are you going to do, Theo?
Can't quite make it over to it. So I am going to use one of the charges stored in my armor to cast Vortex Warp and send Donnie right next to the not trapped demon.
That's fucking awesome.
Go ahead and link
Nice.
it.
I'll take it. I was just debating whether Donnie would realize or not if he could hit through a force wall or not. So you solved that
He's
problem.
tried a lot.
You smartly solved that problem for Donnie.
Yup.
Alright, so you point at Donnie chanting as he is suddenly wrapped up in magical energies.
The question
and
is, does he
reappears.
resist it?
I don't know.
If he
you
doesn't know what it is.
Theo's gonna shout out, "Swing down!" as you feel the magic go.
Alright, so you use your action, and Donnie is poofed over
Where
here.
do I go exactly?
Does that work? Alright. So Donnie, you are suddenly standing next to the large demon who growls angrily at you. Anything
around
else?
I'll hit this one instead then.
Bonus action. I don't have anything at the moment, so just move down to there.
Alright. Betha, what are you gonna do?
Let's see here.
Is that Bell?
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hey.
everybody.
Live.
Welcome.
We missed you.
So
Well, let
anyway,
me
you
check.
started stabbing. No, I'm kidding.
There was some stabbing.
So there's only two, and
Yep.
the one by Zaylee is contained
Yes.
by the wall of force. Okay,
This is
all
the
right.
only threat visible to us right now.
He did try
And-
to knock Zalia out of her concentration, but she exactly made it.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And then
Didn't he?
Ready.
Yeah.
And I put 8 on you guys earlier, didn't I? Or is this
Yes.
a different day? Okay.
That is
Oh,
correct.
roll
I
initiative,
think
David. We're in the middle of a battle. So you might need to join.
And my notes say that I have Beacon of Hope up on Donnie and Theo.
Quite possibly. Which one's that?
That's the one that gives you advantage on wisdom saves and death saves, and you get maximum healing from any
Yes.
maximum HP from any healing. Okay.
Which is something forgot about with the whole original trying to save from fear, I think.
Alright, I pulled
Well, I might-
Beldani on. Go ahead and roll initiative when you get a chance. So what are you doing, Betha? Sorry.
All right. Well, I'll put a little heal on Zalia because I think she got hit. So let's do a bonus action healing word.
Yes, even though she's not marked, she actually looks pretty wounded.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So it's only going to be. I'm just going to do like a level 2, and then. Anyone in the totem would also, if you need it, get another 4.
That includes Alia, correct?
Correct.
So what's the total there?
You would get 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. You would get 19, Zalia. And everyone else in the aura would get 4. And
So
I
you
would
get
get
23
8.
in total.
No.
No,
That's not
she was
including the 4?
Hers included the 4 when I said 19. Don't count Blessed Healer because that's for the caster. That's for me.
Ah, okay, that's where I was messing
Yeah.
up. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
it's 15, right? Or 19 if you're in the
19 for Zalia.
Yeah.
8 for me. 4 for Beldani, Donnie, and Theo if they need it. I don't think that Ivor is in the aura enough.
All right.
awesome. Thank you.
All right, and then I will just do a Toll the Dead on this guy. That's my
Alright.
action.
So you point at him chanting as energies of necroticness flow forth. But he gets a 19 and would make his save. Hedge magic.
That is my turn. I actually probably will just stay where I am.
Weak.
Did you say hedge magic?
That's what he says in
Nice.
common. Weak. Betha, you're done. Ivor, what are you gonna do?
Good question. Good question. Real good question. You know, I think we might just have to go with Old Faithful because everything else is. I remember trying to throw out a hold monster, and that was not acceptable.
Yeah, you think he seems to be very resistant to spells. Which basically translates to he has advantage on saving throws versus
Sure.
spells.
Okay.
Oh.
Well then, I'll probably just get a little bit of distance and fly over here, and Eldritch Blast him. 'Cause I think I did land at least one of those previously.
You chant, letting forth 2 blasts. Both of them. Oh, 3 blasts. 2 of them would strike. The third one would sail past, missing. So he is blasted for 10 points of damage. And looks
Very well.
annoyed at you, but is still observing Zalia.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, I think that's it for me.
Right. Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie will, let's see, let me think. Not
Hit him
sure. Oh,
again.
yeah, Donnie will swing his axe.
You would notice at this point, Donnie, as you're going to swing, the eyes of these 2 statues begin to glow.
Mm.
Yeah, Donnie may notice that, but he also notices the big thing in front of him to hit, and so that's what he does.
Alright, you
That was a cat
swing
pinging.
your large axe. Oh, battle axe.
Not a great.
No, 14 not be enough as he dodges back, avoiding it.
So go ahead and swing again. Eee,
Weak, he
bad
says.
rolls.
Your axe yells in
Really
your head,
kind of,
"Get your shit together, orc!"
That's really unfortunately all I kind of got. So
Alright, so that is it for you. Swinging twice. You ready to attack again. The now Feshni is still looking at Zalia. So for his turn, he's going to yell something in Abyssal, as he also notices the eyes glowing, and then he is going to teleport over here. And he yells something at the door also in Abyssal.
Unfortunate.
That is it
And-
for him. Or go ahead.
I was just going to ask,
Fingers crossed.
can you remind me how tall this room is?
The cathedral is about 30 feet.
Okay.
He is still have his move, or he still has his move though. What elevation are you at? 20. So
I would be in the. Actually, that's for temp. I would be in the top 5 feet.
all right. So he is going to take flight, flying up 30 feet to the ceiling to be adjacent to you.
Yeah.
And that is it for him. Where's the flight symbol? Here it is. All right. So, Zalia, what are you gonna do?
Do I notice the glowing eyes on the statues?
Yeah, you would all notice it. It's not hidden. And this guy in here is just roaring and pounding on the invisible force field.
Oh, I'm taking their light. Okay. I guess we'll go to there, which is sort of equidistant between dangers. And oh, David, just so you know, the one to the north has a well of force.
Okay.
And I will man, anything left? Oh.
And he would yell something down at this guy as well. Again in Abyssal.
Magic missile at level 4. That's 6 starts.
Right. So
Nice.
60 points of damage.
Jeez.
Wow.
So he is struck by a bunch of magic missiles. He looks wounded. He
Did
roars
he
angrily.
already? Did he already look wounded?
No,
Or
this is the
just-
first time he's looked wounded. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna cower a little bit.
All right. So new round, Theo. What are you gonna do?
I think
Actually,
Baldani's
it's me
go
before
for-
Theo.
Oh, sorry, Beldani. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to run underneath the flying demon and shoot it with my hand crossbow.
All right. You pull out your hand crossbow as an item interaction, and 25 would strike. Mark yourself as using a ranged weapon, and you shoot him. Is this magical?
It is not magical, unfortunately.
All right. So then you
So
would
I'm
shoot
guessing it
him
would do
for
12 damage.
Yeah. He seems to resist the attack. Anything else?
Nope, that will be my turn. What is the range symbol? Is it the machine gun?
Yeah, it's the machine gun at the very bottom. Yep, you got it. All right, Theo. Now you go. What are you gonna do?
Be better to try and help fight the demon or try and work on these statues.
That is all up to you. I
Yeah,
don't think we're in a position to
not
chat about
advise
it too
you.
much.
That's fine. Please try again later.
Ain't nobody got time for chats.
Just gonna put
All
this
right,
guy
well
here.
then, to Lou, these look like the same statues to where if we broke them down, instead of just spelling them, it would just release more demons, correct?
Well, this is the one that Donnie. It looks like the type that Donnie broke before, and that's when all the demons came out of the dark energies that were released. It's also the one that the old lady dwarf was near that the aspect of Orcus popped out of.
Awesome.
Although these ones don't look like they're crackling with energy the same way the last one was. Their eyes are just glowing for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, I have detect magic going. What kind of magic's charging up right now?
Do you want to use your action to decipher that?
Oh, that's not something that I'm able to see with detect magic.
You can see the auras, but I think to
Oh.
read what they are, it takes an action, and you have to see the object, which you do, but you would have to use your action. If I remember detect magic correctly.
Alright,
Just an
how high
action.
up's the demon?
He is at the ceiling, basically at about like 35. What did I say, 30
So-
feet? Yeah.
Out of Donnie range too. Alright, I guess I will activate my boots and fly up 20 feet, then 10 feet down this way. Dash action. That's all I can do.
Okay. Betha, what do you want to do?
So I was just rereading. I think I recently learned that, yeah, I can move my spirit totem. So I will use my bonus action this turn to move it down a bit. I never knew before that I could. All this time, I've never been moving my totem. All right, and then for my action, since he seems to be good at saving, I will do a magic attack against the one that's up in the air. So how high up is he again?
Well, he is about 14 or so, or about 10 feet tall himself, and he's at about 30 feet, so he's about 20 feet off the ground.
So how close do I need to be to zap him with a 30-foot weapon?
You'd probably have to be within 20-ish feet of him, I'd say. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
Yeah.
Awkward. Yeah.
What is that triangle thing?
No one wants to do that kind of math, right?
Beta squared plus now Feshni squared.
I love it.
Range.
All right, so I'll probably Thorn Whip, but let me
Solve
just
for
look through real
x,
quick what
where
options
x
I have.
equals Nelfeshni.
Yeah, I'll just do Thorn Whip.
Alright, so you chant, pointing your hand as a whip of thorniness comes flying out, whoosh, coming at him. Oh, crit! Whoosh. You do indeed thorn whip him. For 12 points of stabbing. And I assume
And-
you're pulling him, right?
If the creature is large or smaller.
She is, he's
I guess
large.
he is large, okay. You pull. It doesn't say I can pull. So,
Well,
yeah.
you can pull up to 10 feet, so you can pull up to 0.
Oh, up to.
You can
Then
pull
in that case,
0
I'm not.
feet.
I'm not going to pull him because we don't get oppies or anything, and I want him to stay in range of my allies. So I won't pull him.
Alright. Ivor.
All right. I'm in a
You could
difficult
pull them
position.
down.
Well, if I pulled him out of their range, he could potentially on his turn come after us without provoking oppies from them. That was my thought.
It's.
meant
I mean,
that.
he's only really in range of Ivor.
Oh, if I could have given my allies an advantage by pulling him into their
Nope.
range, then I would have done that. Sorry.
It's all right. It's already. It is in the past. It's all good.
Play your character.
Good questions. Good.
Well,
I
that's what she would have done,
forgot-
but I
I forgot a
misunderstood the
really big
description.
thing I should have been doing with these demons that they're going to start doing now. So we can say we all made mistakes.
Yeah, no, I mean
Whatever
it was me.
I
It was
don't
me
like
misunderstanding the description of what my character would have seen. She absolutely would have done that if I had understood what she was seeing.
Well, I
That's
mean,
all.
sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean you always do the most,
Well, you
Anyway.
might have done
The most in character thing, which is exactly what I was saying.
in the heat of battle, you can do things that
Right,
aren't
everybody
necessarily.
makes mistakes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was just saying the in character thing. Yeah, that's all.
Alright, so what are you
Alright,
doing, Thea
well-
or Ivor?
That's a good question. Since he's up in my face and I don't have much of a better recall. Well, he's got that dumb shit. F. I want to contribute, but I also don't want to die. And also, he's got that dumb shit.
That dumb
I
shit.
think that a dumb shit. I think I will actually just disengage, and
Alright.
I will fly.
So you carefully
5, 10, 15, 20,
disengage,
25, 30.
flying away.
Yep.
He is now looking down at Beldani.
Okay.
That it for you?
Looking at it.
That is it for me. Yep.
All right, Donnie.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. Bonus action aggressive. And then I would like to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. And then I would like to try to jump up into the air and swing at him. I'm already over 8 feet tall. My strength is +8. Does that get me high enough?
I think you could jump up to, was it half your strength and height? So,
I think that for height,
Plus,
I
he
think
has
it-
reach, doesn't he?
not
no,
with
he's
an
using the
axe.
axe.
I think that vertical with a running start is 3 plus your strength modifier.
Oh, what's your strength modifier?
+8.
Alright, so you can jump 8 feet, and you are 8 feet tall, so you can get up to 16. He's at about
Oh, yeah.
20. Sure, I'll give you that. Go ahead.
Plus the
Nice.
3. Yeah.
You can make one attack as you sail past him.
Fucking hell.
Alright, so he flies to the side, narrowly avoiding your axe. Unfortunately, I don't think you could make 3 attacks while flying through the air.
Yep.
Because that would be
That's
kind of... Yeah, I'm not sure what that would look like.
Would you allow me to pull off my javelin and throw it at him as my second attack?
Yeah, so you could, since you're holding your axe two-handed, you can, as an item interaction, kind of pull a javelin off your back and huck it up at him.
Yep, I will do that.
Alright. The javelin goes sailing. Oh yeah, he is struck. Oh.
That's the thing that hits. I
Alright.
do get some Divine Fury, though, because it is still an attack while I'm raging.
I think that
I thought that
rage
was...
may not apply.
I thought for ranged you don't do Divine
Oh.
Fury.
You definitely don't do rage. I don't know if you do divine fury or not.
I thought it was melee. I could be wrong though.
Melee damage for rage, definitely. Divine
Yeah.
Fury. It just says first creature you hit with each
Okay,
of your turns.
that's fine
with
then.
Weapon attack.
So
yeah.
yeah, that's fine. So,
So
your
minus the
javelin
rage.
explodes with divine or radiant energy doing, was that 10?
19
9?
points.
19?
It's minus the 3, yeah.
Unfortunately,
is
the
it a magical
9
javelin?
is halved because it's not a magical
Yeah.
javelin. But the radiant damage is still full, so he takes 4 plus 10, 14. Oh. Anything else?
No, that's action, bonus action, and movement.
Alright, so this one, now that he sees Donnie down there, is going to fly down.
And you
Yeah,
mentioned earlier
alright.
that you mentioned earlier that there was a thing that they weren't doing.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
at the beginning, that one did do a thing. The other one didn't because he's been in a bubble the whole time. But I think the first one did.
Yeah, well, there's a couple things they could do. Yeah, they're going to
Okay.
be smart. Alright, so he's going to fly this way, even though he kind of wants to go beat on Donnie. Over to Zalia. And he is going to try to attack you. Oh. First, he's going to Horror Nimbus, which is each creature within 15 feet has to make a Wisdom save, DC 15. So that would be Theo, Betha, and Zalia.
Do you still need to if you've passed it before?
No, if you passed it, you're okay.
Okay, because I've broken the effect.
Yeah, so you're fine. I think you and Donnie made it already.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think I made that already.
Yeah, so you two are immune to it at this point.
Ha! I'm gonna flash a genius, Celia.
Alright, so you use your
Plus four.
reaction pointing at her as you see her wavering, and her will is resolved. She resists. You spend a flash of genius, and yeah, you make your save. He is also going to make his bite and 2 claw attacks against her.
Thanks, Theo.
First one is a 20 versus AC.
Shoot.
Alright, so you throw your hands up casting shield, and what does that put you up to?
20. Hold on a minute.
22, I think.
Alright, so yeah, go ahead and spend your reaction. He's gonna claw a second time. 15 would miss as it bounces off the shield, and he yells, "Die!" Then he bites. Ooh, 27 versus AC.
Hit.
I think that bite hits like a truck
Oh,
too.
deja vu, man.
So you are struck for 30.
It's not 46.
Yeah, DC 15 for the saving throw. You're not looking good. Wizard, die. But you have advantage.
Yes.
You are good. Now, the thing I was forgetting is that this guy smiles and goes poof, because he can teleport, and I forgot you can teleport out of a shielding like that. But that's all you can do for this turn. Zalia, what are you gonna
Can
do?
he out of a wall of force?
Yeah, because teleport doesn't require. You just have to see where you're teleporting to, and he can see through there. As far as I know,
Other
you
spells that only require sight on the target don't work through the wall of force.
Yeah. So the reason why teleport would work in other spells button, it's because casting another spell that goes out of there would require it passing through the space that the wall's at.
Yeah, which
Teleportation is
it
casting
doesn't.
on stealth that moves you to a place you can see, so you're not casting magic that passes through the wall.
So
Yeah.
you're like going to an interdimensional space and then popping back up. You're not going
Yes.
through
Yeah,
the wall.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, you can teleport in and out of those spaces. But that is all he could do because that was an action. Zalia, what are you gonna do?
Gonna swear really loudly in Draconic.
Mother!
Why draconic?
Just because.
Because when you're a wizard, you always.
It's probably maybe it's the most guttural, harsh, like angry language he knows or something. It's like how she really lets it out.
Excuse my
Only
draconic.
species that's more nobly and up there wizardy than elves is
True,
draconic,
true.
so.
Sorry, well, my kobold doesn't speak very classy draconic. Let me just tell you.
Whoa. Excuse me. Well, after swearing a bunch, what is she gonna do?
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action, Misty Step the heck out of here.
Alright, so you spend a, was it second level spell? To
Yeah.
poof. Alright, so a silvery mist appears around Zalia as she vanishes from view and reappears near the altar.
Is this altar, like, how high is it?
It is about 8 feet. No, it's actually like 5 feet. Because, yeah, if he was standing behind it, he would be visible.
I'm gonna... Hold on. Just need to see my... Okay.
So that was your bonus action, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so are you doing any actions?
Yes, I'd be doing... Okay. I'm gonna cast, Firebolt. No. These guys are resistant to everything. I'm gonna do Toll the Dead on the one that...
The wounded one?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
And-
he watches as you chant, and he smiles, knowing that he's pretty good at making wisdom saves. 18, would that make it?
Yes, Wisdom 17.
Alright, so he barely manages to resist it, but I think he does take half, right? Alright, so go ahead and give me a damage roll on that. So he takes 5 points of necrotic.
And then I'm gonna...
Do you still take half on Toll the Dead?
She has a
You
feat.
are if yeah.
Or she has
okay.
her evocation thing.
Evocation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Fancy.
Fancy indeed. Alright, Zalia, you're done?
I'm huffing it around the altar and ducking behind it for cover.
As the red statues glow their eyes behind you.
Go.
I mean, the devil you know or the devil you don't know.
Alright, new round, Beldani.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. Step next to Theo.
He's on the ground now, by the way. He's not flying anymore. Because he wanted to slash at Zalia.
Use my item interaction to draw the Dagger of Asyak. So I'm now wielding a single weapon.
You still have your bow in your hand?
I think it was a
Yeah.
hand crossbow. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the hand crossbow in one hand and the Dagger of Asyak in the other.
Gotcha.
And gonna take a stab at the one in front of me.
Alright, oh yeah, 25 with strike, catching him off guard as he's watching Zalia retreat.
For 33 damage, and I am going to use Wails from the Grave to do another 3d6 necrotic damage to the wounded one.
Alright, so you crush a soul trinket.
Actually, I'm using one of my
Daily?
uses that doesn't use it. Yeah, one of my daily uses.
Gotcha. Alright, so he roars angrily as the necrotic wave washes over him, and now he's looking at Beldani. They both are.
And then I'm gonna. Oop, that's what I wanted. I'm gonna bonus action disengage and step back to let Donnie have some room to get in there.
Alright. Theo.
That is my turn.
I'm going to try and punch the one in front of me.
The wounded one or the other one?
The other one first.
Okay. Trying to get his attention off Beldani, you swing. 20 would strike, striking him
Right.
for 12
12
points of thunder. I just want to make sure he wasn't resistant. As there's a big explosion, luckily muffled by the silence spell in front
Call
of
out.
the doorway.
To everybody, Thunder's not resistant, and try and punch the wounded one now.
Alright, you take a second swing.
25 to hit.
Oh yeah, that would punch him for 8.
Both of them have disadvantage if they attack anybody other than me.
Alright, that is it for you, right?
Yes.
Alright. If you are immune to the fear, could you mark yourself with red? Red dot?
Yep.
Betha, what are you gonna do?
Well, first I'm going to mark myself with a red dot. And,
Fear icon, by the way.
but that means you are feared. This means we're immune, right?
No,
Yeah.
I wanted to put it on myself.
Oh,
Are you
gotcha.
feared?
Yeah, you. Oh no, wait,
No,
no.
I
No,
Flash
you.
Genius.
Flash
Yeah,
is- yeah.
Theo used Flash of Genius, so you're fine.
Thank you.
All right. I think that the best thing for me is to not be engaged with these guys. So I am going to disengage.
Oh yeah, Theo would have also yelled out to Donnie, go break loose.
And let's see. They go after Ivor and Donnie. So yeah, I will run after Zalia. Unfortunately, I can't actually get to her. She ran just a little bit too far away.
Okay, so you disengage
And-
and move north.
And I don't think that I am doing anything with my bonus action. I'll just make some magic stones just in case, and that's my turn.
Alright, Ivor. Flying up above the pew there.
Yeah. Let me double check the range here.
They both look very angry at Theo right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock a tusk tooth eventually.
I think that I will move another 5 feet. And then, let me get to my resources. I will, extend a hand in front of me, like palm forward, and I will, light up the ground underneath these fellas here just for a moment, and then I'll turn my hand upwards and clench it as a flame strike erupts from the ground. That would be a DC 16 dexterity saving throw to resist.
Alright, so they are engulfed in magical fire. Or is it fire or radiance?
Both.
Both, alright. So is that 2 rolls? What is that for?
That should be. Yeah, it doesn't specify. The first one is for fire. The second one is for radiance.
Oh, gotcha. Those are 2 different
Oh, I see.
damage
It's green
types.
just because you had 1/6. That's interesting.
Yep.
Alright, so the first one is going to attempt to dex save. Not their best save, actually.
Good.
But with advantage, he gets a 19, so he would make
God
it.
damn it.
So he takes half, right?
Yep. I
Alright.
would assume he takes
So-
half on part of it.
Yeah, so the 15 gets half to 7. That's the fire, so they'll get half to 3. And 16 is 8, so 11 points of damage on the first one. Because he is engulfed in radiant fire. The second Nalfeshni, the summoner, is also going to try a dex save.
Come on, big money.
No, he would get a 19 as well. So he takes the same amount, which was how much?
11.
11, right.
Yeah.
So they both are fairly dodgy and resistant, taking less damage than you would have hoped. Anything else?
That is it.
All right, Donnie.
So even though he's on the ground, Donnie's going to go 5, 10, 15, and then get a running start, 5, 10, kind of kick one leg off the wall and jump into the air to swing at the guy.
All right, so you take your 2 attacks at him.
There we go. That's what it takes to get a hit.
That wall jump. That's how you
Yeah.
get it.
Just need a little more color.
Parkour! Donnie yells as he jumps in.
Parkour, Donnie!
All right, so the first
It's his new
one
favorite word in addition to Smash.
strikes for 24 damage.
Yep.
He is
Second
looking
attack.
beat up.
That's better as well.
Oh yeah, you strike him a second time. For another 12. Now, that wasn't reckless, right? You're just doing normal
No,
attacks.
it's single rolls, so I'm not reckless.
All right. Is that it for you?
That is it for me.
All right. So this one is going to fly over Donnie, coming over to here, and they're going to. He's going to attack Theo with flank.
Float like a butterfly.
So claw. 19, I think, would strike unless you got something.
Yep, that matches.
Alright, so he claws you for 17 slashing on the first attack. Then he swings around, clawing a second time. 27. Oof. I think that would hit as well. Clawing you for another 16. Then he's going to try to bite you. 23, which I believe would strike.
Yep.
Doing 32 piercing. And yep, one last con save. Ooh,
That's it.
so I think that would lose your spell, unfortunately. Which spell were you holding?
Detect magic.
Alright.
Super important.
So you can no longer detect magic, and I think you're getting a little beat up. This one is going to now swing at you, but he's going to use his Horror Nimbus, because a bunch of people haven't made his, because he's been in the thing. So Theo, Donnie, and Bell Donnie. First of all, I need Wisdom saves, DC 15.
Do we still have
Donnie and Theo have advantage, yeah.
Yep.
That's a good thing you
Aha!
Thank God.
Nice.
did.
Jeez.
Ooh, Donnie,
No, I have
unfortunately.
advantage
He
because
has
of
advantage too.
Oh,
has
who
advantage too.
doesn't have advantage? Bell Donnie?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
only because
Okay.
he wasn't here, but yeah. He wasn't here when I cast the spell.
That's from your totem thing?
Be- no,
Oh,
it's Beacon of Hope.
All right.
Yeah.
You put it on just me and Donnie because you were
Well-
before Bell Donnie came back.
Bro,
Right?
Donnie probably wouldn't have been close enough anyway, yeah.
Right. It was
Yeah.
it was a range thing. That's why it's technically on Betha too, because obviously she was in range, but the others weren't in range. Yeah.
Look at you.
All right. So you are attacked 3 times. First claw would strike 21 versus AC, slashing you for 18. Second claw would strike with a 19 versus AC, slashing you for another 17.
Is that
And
Theo or Donnie?
this is Theo.
Yeah.
And the bite would luckily miss you as you dodge out of the way. That is it for the Nalfeshni, and Theo is looking raw.
Johnny, why didn't you reckless?
Azalea.
Use out blood.
Yeah, you're fine. Wimp.
If I die, I'm gonna kill you.
No, you can't. That's not possible.
So it
dumbass.
seems that, at least for now, they have taken their ire off Zalia. What are you going to do?
Gonna put their ire back on me, I guess.
This is what you
Maybe.
get for not paying attention to the wizard.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop up like a little, one of those whack-a-mole machines, and cast Shatter in that corner, and we'll miss my friends.
Alright, so you
I'm
channel
gonna
a
be casting Shatter at 5th level on
Alright.
account of that's all I have.
So it would
Except
just
for
hit. Are you putting it on these two, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it so that it hits both of them.
Alright, so that is a con save.
Yes.
It is a
Alright,
con save.
So they are pretty strong with con. Let's see how this goes. The summoned one rolls a 29, and the other one rolls a 28, so they would both make it, but they still take half damage. As
Correct.
thunder explodes, doing 16?
32.
Yeah, so 16 would be the half, right?
17.
Or 17?
16.
No.
16.
16. Yeah, sorry.
Alright, so there's a big boom, and the southern one is looking really beat up. The other one is still looking pretty strong. That's it for Zalia, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk down.
Alright, Beldani.
Alright. I'm gonna come around so that I have flanking with Donnie. Just take a stab with Dagger of Asiok.
Huh. Alright, you come up behind him, and yes, 30 would strike.
For a total of 31 points of damage. And I will crush a soul trinket to do Whales from the Grave against the other one.
Alright, well, when you stab him, he is engulfed in necrotic energies. This other guy just fades away. Alright,
Nice.
so the group is safe for now.
Are the statues still glowing?
Yes, the statue's eyes are still glowing.
Alright, I'm gonna crawl around on my hands and knees, the altar, to sit on the other side.
Okay.
Those statues are glowing.
All right, I will bandage these two.
Can't believe nothing came in here. It was so loud.
Theo whispers to Saley. But the Bodak silenced, so we couldn't be discovered.
What?
And he slowly just starts making his way forward. As he gets up to here, you guys see him pull out the Horn of Blasting.
Wait, Donnie.
Donnie, wait!
What?
You'll kill us.
No, you didn't die, did you?
Just don't get us killed.
Just stand back, fine. Go stand in the back of the room, you'll be fine.
No.
You'll kill yourself too.
Alright, so Betha, you gained, or you gave Zalia 19, and you gave yourself 18?
Oh,
with
I'm
your
sorry.
wounds?
The second one was supposed to be Theo. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Alright,
Thank you.
so you bandaged 2 of your allies, making them feel better.
Thank you.
Alright, so are you gonna, Donnie, you gonna Horn of Blasting? Are you gonna not? What are
Kind
you
of
doing?
pausing here, waiting to see what Smarty Pants does or suggests. No, I'm still waiting for your alternative.
Let us try and figure out a less loud way to deal with this one. We did smash on the last one.
If there's silence in effect, perhaps we ought to do it now. And I'm gonna move to the south, which I can't do right now because I'm
I'm
loading
more
up.
worried about releasing more demons that we have to fight. I'm honestly a breath away from death.
And do a mass heal before
Also,
my totem and Beacon of Hope goes away.
You would guess the silence isn't in the whole room because you can still hear yourselves talking and casting. A horn of blasting would probably be heard and felt through the walls because it's a pretty powerful, it's a pretty powerful thunder blast versus like just a shatter.
Was I able to dispel those statues without them exploding?
I don't think you tried last time. You were all just attacking them because the aspect of Orcus came out and everyone just kind of went ham on it.
Could try to dispel it, I suppose. I've only got one.
You can save
One
yourself.
spell.
I can destroy it. Not a problem.
Oh no, wait, I have two. I have a 4th level too. Yeah. Let me try to dispel it, Donnie, because I'm afraid you'll call the.
I'd rather you save your strength. I mean, and I'll say out of character, kind of like, I don't really think it'll be that big of a deal.
I mean, there were like 50 of those things in here.
Yeah, those things left. They didn't go into the statue.
Yeah, but they're all just like having donuts in the church basement. They're not. They didn't.
Yeah, they're having the after church rectory party. They're all just eating donuts and cookies, talking about the Lord Baylor.
I really don't think us trying to go loud on these statues is the wisest idea, with us still having to try and find the phylactery after. We don't want to kick up the hornet's nest.
Do you want to burn all of Zalia's spells instead?
I mean, I'm so low anyway that I'm gonna be useless. There's another.
I mean, we're not going to be able to long rest for a while, so I'd rather you at least save some spell slots.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the staff. And... Let me try. So I'm gonna try to dispel magic on the one that's not next to Donnie. At level.
All right. So you cast Dispel Magic, level 3.
Belay that. I'm gonna cast it at level 6.
She said belay. I appreciate this.
Level 6.
Yeah, I don't have a level. I have
Okay.
a 4.
So you point at the statue chanting, and your negative energy seemed to work as the eyes stopped glowing.
That worked. All right.
And actually, the eyes on both statues stopped glowing.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll slump back down.
Okay, so I can destroy it now?
Not
Not
the horn
loudly.
of blast.
Okay, Donnie just pushes it over.
So it is attached to the pedestal that it's standing on. You probably would have to at least make a strength check.
Is this some?
He's going to go
You
leverage
want to
himself.
bore him?
Yeah,
Doing
he's
the
going to leverage
Indiana
himself up
Jones.
against the wall.
So would I know, Arcana-wise, Lou, if dispelling magic on that would basically render it just a regular old statue now, or whether it would still be sort of a vessel for future shenanigans?
I mean, it would depend on what the effect was that you dispelled. You don't know if these statues are the same as that first one, because they're not radiating energy like the first one was. You just saw their eyes glowing. But Donnie, you said you were going to try to push that one over?
I just tried to push the one was 17 high enough.
17, wouldn't it be 16?
Oh yeah, sorry, that was... Yep.
So you push against the statue, but it holds strong.
Okay,
Also, I don't think it would be a save, it would be a strength check.
Yeah.
So it would be actually, I think,
and I would
like
have
4
advantage
lower.
against it.
If you're raging.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah, I
don't
guess I
think
would
you're
be
still
raging.
yeah, you wouldn't still be raging.
Yeah, fair enough.
Guidance.
Try again.
Sure,
Can I give it one more go?
and you get guidance from Theo. So go ahead and make another strength check.
Oh, what? Oh, there we go. It's still rolling. Oh, yeah, because I have rage on, so it's not the. It is 14 and plus T4.
Yeah, plus D4. So the 17, you're pushing, and you see the legs starting to crack a little, but it's still standing.
Ronnie's not stopping. I don't know if you'll let me roll again or how you want to play this.
Sure. Give me a con save first.
Yep.
As you're starting to overexert yourself. Okay, you're okay. Now give me another strength check. It's Theo, I'm assuming, is giving you guidance.
Automatically rolling with advantage. Sorry about that.
Oh no, it's fine. Actually, I prefer you always roll 2 dice. It's easier than people forgetting and then having to roll, once and then again. So do a d4 with that.
Oh, yep. Thank you, Theo.
15. All right, so it cracks more, and you think one more good push should give it.
Con
But
save
you
again,
would,
or-
you would be overexerting yourself a lot at this point as you roar, pushing. Well, that's the con save. So go ahead and make another strength check.
There we go. That's what we're looking for.
All right, so the statue cracks as it tips over sideways, crashing to the ground,
It'd be a lot
breaking.
easier with the horn.
breaking to pieces. As you do that, Theo, what's your passive perception?
16.
Something looks odd with the wall behind the statue now that you've uncovered it.
Nice.
Nothing to see here. Come on, move along.
Oh,
Zane,
stupid,
Bell,
don't care.
There's something strange with this wall back here.
What? The wall?
Potential secret.
Is it a secret door?
Potentially. Need your eyes.
Donnie, have a look.
The
You guys can go do that as soon as I'm done destroying this one.
the creature on your shoulder says, "That one is very driven, isn't he?"
Quite driven. Quite driven and with quite a singular focus. Oh, that is awesome.
Oh yeah, Beldani. That's I've always been familiar.
Oh yeah, we found a
Yeah, have
friend.
you been keeping up, David, with the logs? Do you know what's going on with us?
He's not exactly a familiar. He's
He's just a
kind
friend.
of a deal.
He's a
like made a
friend.
deal, but we don't know. he could decide not to be a familiar anymore if he wanted to.
That's the next BBEG.
Yeah,
He's more of a
He is not-
contractor familiar. He's not full time.
he is not
Okay.
bound. He is just we have mutual interests.
He did
Yeah.
mention a ritual y'all can do though.
Once
Is
he
that a yes or a
keeps
no,
up.
David?
I've caught up except for last week's.
Okay.
I haven't read last week's journal, so
Combat happened. We found out where Brow was a ghost, and Bodak is his son who regrets being a worshiper of Orcus.
Is he a ghost though? Because he did disappear when he was dispelled.
Yeah. Well,
That was
he's an
strange.
It
illusion.
is something. I'm just referring
He's
to it as
something.
Oh no, this is important. So he was an illusion we were able to dispel, but the dwarf. This is the dwarf we're talking about. But the Bodak appears to be his son. But the Bodak told us that they were not the one summoning all the demons down here, and that we and
Supposedly,
he's been
it
also
was
approaching us an illusion, and something's been scrying on us and sort of like setting things upon us. We believe it is the dragon that we thought we killed.
The
telecom.
scrying part, I don't think is the dragon. The scrying
Something.
part. Yeah,
I think
that's,
all we know is
that's a
something.
friend.
I don't think so. I think that's the whoever's sending the illusions.
Well, in any case, now you're caught up.
Yeah. So the wall looks a bit strange here. Investigation might tell you more.
Okay, I'll
Investi-
limp.
Investigation is the professor's bit, isn't it?
Oh,
is it-
Generally,
Ooh.
it is intelligence based, so generally speaking.
Guidance.
All right, so Zalia climbs back there, and she's like, "Oh, what's this?" Looking at the wall, where Theo points out 26. All right, so it looks like you can put your fingers in the wall in some of the cracks there and pull something, which feels like a lever. You can't see it because only your hand fits in. What do you want to do?
Perhaps Beldani should have a look before you go sticking your fingers in there.
Does it seem as if it's chopped at all?
Well, from what you can see, what's your perception?
That question was in character
Oh,
for
gotcha.
For yeah.
all right. So my passive perception is 20.
All right.
I could also make an active check.
So it's hard to see in there. You shine your light, and you said your passive is 20?
Yes.
So you shine your light in there, and you kind of angle your head to look around a bit, and you see kind of hidden above where the where your hand would go in, there are 2 blades.
Yep.
You trying to kill me.
Just take your hand off.
Ooh! I have an adamantine arm, technically.
There you go.
There's 2 blades in there. Theo, do you want to have a go at it? Just, there's a lever.
Sure, if we
I
don't
could-
see a way to disarm it first.
I could also attempt to disarm it if.
Yeah, you
It
could
looks-
stick your fingers in there and try to mess around with the mechanism.
You might
Now,
lose your fingers.
Would you, Belle? You are better at this than me, but I can do it with metal fingers, just in case the blades do come down. Harder for me
Well-
to lose solid metal.
Yes, but if the blades do come down, my reflexes are pretty quick. I could most likely avoid any.
That's true. I just
issue.
feel really bad if I didn't offer and you lost your fingers.
Let the guy lose his fingers. They're not that valuable.
I can make him new ones.
No, I'm
So-
saying you.
Would that be
That'd be
Thieves'
a
tools?
disabled device, yeah, thieves' tools.
all right?
I'm gonna sit on some rubble over here.
Right, so Beldani begins to manipulate the inside device. You screw one of the screws out a bit, which you think should disable the blades. So you think it's safe now.
During
Alright.
all of that, am I successful at destroying the other statue?
Oh, go ahead, make another strength check. You will risk a con again because this is.
It was 16. I rolled it a minute ago.
All right, so you're pushing on it. It's starting to give way. Give me a con save because you might tire yourself out with all this exertion.
Johnny doesn't tire.
All right, you're okay for now. Go ahead, give me another check. I'll let you do a couple of checks because they were doing some stuff. Ooh, con save.
Yep.
Threw his back out.
Oh God. Ooh. Well.
Damage, or how do you want to play that?
I think you just get really tired. All this pushing is starting to catch up to you, and you gain a level of exhaustion.
Ready?
Because yeah,
Like
you've
that.
been.
Stop.
Although that does make it much harder because now you're at disadvantage to checks, or like the skill checks anyway.
Professor, do you want me to open the lever, or would you care to do the honors?
No, you can go ahead, Beldani. But while Beldani's like tinkering with that and Donnie's handing on the statue, I just want to whisper to Theo. Tell me again, Theo. The Bodak helped us.
So, you know how something's been scrying on us, right?
Yes.
The illusions, or Bodak, I think it's Bodak potentially causing the illusions. It went on a leap that it was the Bodak watching us, and I asked where I was detecting the magic from for some help with dealing with the big ass demon that was in here, and heard in my head a very Bodak-y voice saying that it will keep things quiet for us. We have a chance to fight it at that moment. That's why I told everybody. Remember, it did say it regretted originally following Orgus. It might be a long con, or it might be genuinely a former follower who regrets his decisions leading to the death of loved ones and sees a chance at some kind of coming back.
Suppose it's something we should talk through. That's probably all the time we have.
Yeah. So.
Donnie's still trying again, even if I get another point of exhaustion.
Well, you would be at disadvantage, but yeah, go ahead and make a strength check.
He's gonna be at like 5 levels of.
Literally gonna kill himself.
You could have just let me use the horn.
Don't put
he's,
this on me.
he's pushing. He's like, God damn it. It wouldn't be a second level just yet. You'd have to
I
do
haven't
a.
drawn con saved yet, so.
No. I mean, you could probably, now that you have one level of exhaustion, you'd probably have to exert yourself a lot more before you get a second level. So you don't have to roll saves just yet for the second level of exhaustion. All right, so there's some cracking. Go ahead and make a
One
third
more
check.
time.
Oof, no,
Right,
it's
rolls.
getting there, but you still gonna have to put some force into it. Meanwhile, are you guys doing anything with the lever over
No,
here?
don't need it.
Pull the
I
lever,
will.
Krunk, pull the lever.
I will pull the lever.
All right, so you pull the lever behind the thing there. There's a clicking noise as probably the blades would have gone off, and the wall slides downward, opening up a panel in the wall.
What do we see on the other side?
It looks like a
There's-
small room. There are several piles of gold in here, along with a chest. The gold looks very old.
Just a second. Let me check something. Go ahead and use a spell slot. Detect magic.
All right, you detect there is something magical inside the chest.
Are there any other magics coming from inside of the room?
No, the pile of gold is not magical. And the chest itself, as far as you can tell, isn't magical.
I'm going to take a glance around the room to see if I can see anything that looks out of the ordinary, like a trap or anything like that.
Not really. This may have been some kind of secret storage area when the temple was built. It looks like there are, you would guess, with those of you with history, the coins look dwarven in nature. So this might be from the 12th cycle when the dwarves were living down here underground during the fires.
How long does it seem since this room has been disturbed?
Quite a while. You don't think the demons even knew about it when they brought their statues in. They just kind
Be
of put them
careful,
against the
Tony.
wall.
Chest itself might be trapped.
All right. So first thing I will do is take out the portable hole and scoop the gold into the portable hole.
All right, so you unfold the hole, making the. Where are you putting it? Because it's a 10 by 10 foot opening, right, of the hole?
That's a good question.
Or am I remembering it wrong?
I mean, you can
Yes,
fold
it is
it.
10
I
by
think
10.
it opens. I think it opens like a handkerchief, so he could potentially like open it, so it's kind of going up the wall on one side. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do have to fully open it for it to activate. But yeah, I suppose you could like fold it halfway up the wall.
It unfolds into a circular sheet 6 feet in diameter.
6 feet. Okay, so never mind. It's not as big as I thought. It's just 10 feet deep. All right, so yeah, you just put it against the floor over here, opening up as you see down into your little pocket dimension. You just start pushing the gold into it.
Yes.
All right, there's a lot of clink, 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 clink as gold falls 10 feet, hitting the floor below.
Am I able to tell what magic's coming off the chest? Just in case it might be magically
So
trapped.
the item itself, or whatever's magical, is inside the chest, so you can't see it.
Yeah, but you could see the signature if you saw it was magic.
Well,
Only if you
no,
can actually
there.
see the thing.
Yeah.
If there's certain amounts of wood or stone, stuff like that, it blocks it.
Right.
It's 3 feet
Well,
of wood.
So the thickness, that'll block you detecting it at all. Being able to determine the school requires that you can actually see the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is something I wasn't enforcing, but I found out recently. So you actually have to see the item to know the school. Just detecting the aura. Until the item is visible, all you know is the aura.
I'm going to take a look and see if the chest is locked.
Yes, it appears to be locked. You
Alright.
would see that the lock is fairly intricate. It looks like there are 3 different locks. So you would guess there's some kind of exotic key one would use, or maybe even 3 keys at once.
I am going to attempt to pick the lock.
All right. So are you just going to try doing it one lock at a time?
Well, I think with Thieves' Tools, that's pretty much my only option. I'm not sure I can try and pick all 3 simultaneously.
Alright. So you start messing
Can I
around.
guidance?
Yeah, you can do guidance, that's fine. So you try to do something with the lock, but you think you actually would have to do either you'd have to have the 3 keys or do 3 simultaneous lock picking attempts at once.
Question: do we have a third person decent with lockpicking tools
Not me.
or training with them, anything like that, or is it just me?
Can break it open.
Can Baldani do one with each hand?
Yeah, you could try to do something like that, but I would give you disadvantage if you were
Alright.
trying
That'd
to
be a real neat trick.
double lock it.
I can help with the third one.
The other thing is if you could find some of the keys, that might make this easier.
I would put my guidance on Baldani's offhand. his non-dominant hand.
I mean, like, realistically, Zelia wouldn't think that the keys would be just sitting around after thousands of years.
Probably not, unless they were hidden somewhere in the temple,
Yeah.
which is
Does
possible.
this chest look like it's sealed to the ground?
I'll look
yeah.
around in the rubble for keys.
Yeah, before we try and lockpick that, Theo's gonna run to the other side after he hears Donnie push over the statue, check and see if there's...
Well, Donnie's still trying to push this one
Oh.
over. He hasn't been able to
Oh,
yet.
look, there's little hooks on the walls with keys hanging on them,
He's
right?
Never
getting,
there.
no. He's getting really tired because he's been at this for a while.
Donnie, you want some help?
Sure. Push.
Alright, I'll pull out my battering ram, our portable ram, and smack it at its dentist point.
Alright, so you're kind of attacking the legs with it?
Yes.
Alright, so is that an attack roll, or go ahead and link the portable battering ram? Let me see what it does.
Going through it, it's one of the things on the rope of useful items, so I'm going through that to find it real quick.
Oh, it does not have a description? Let's see. Okay, so it gives
says
you a...
doors, but...
Yeah, so I would say it would give you a bonus to your strength check if you want to try to push it over. Or give it to Donnie, it wouldn't give him a bonus.
He's got
Wouldn't
But
give
he
him
does-
a bonus?
He does still have disadvantage. Anyone who uses this to push the statue would have a +4. But it would still be a strength check.
Alright, well then, seeing as how it won't help Donnie, I'm gonna do this, and I'll push while Donnie pushes and use it to
No,
try.
he said it would help me.
Yeah, it would
Oh,
help
it
him.
will
It would
help
give him
you?
a +4,
Yeah,
yeah. He would still
I'll
be at
just hand Donnie
disadvantage,
this.
but... Alright,
Give
so
him guidance as well.
Donnie
Theo.
kind of would take it, nod. Ooh, well, that wasn't a great roll. Go ahead, give me a second attempt.
Guidance?
Well, he would have +4 from... Oh, did you already add it or no?
Well, he's
So
at
I think he
Natural
disadvantage.
1.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So 12, so +4 would
+4.
be 16, and D4
And you
for
have
guidance.
Okay. Guidance.
18?
18.
Alright, yeah, sure. So after some time of pushing and pushing, you're getting a little bit tired, but luckily you are able to get the statue knocked over.
Okay. Well, you're not totally useless.
Hold on to that just in case you need it later.
Really?
And once again,
I've
Theo,
really been carrying
the
away for
wall
cheats
here
today.
looks a little odd to you.
I found another spot over here! And gonna look for... Or, I'll wait for them.
That'd be investigation.
Well, Donnie, do you want to go and look and see if we can open that one as well? Perhaps there are keys in there.
I need investigative eyes.
You need
Uh,
help opening this chest?
Not yet.
No.
We want to try a few things.
I'll come
Professor,
over.
I think if you can investigate to see if you can find the mechanism, I'll take a look then to see if it too is trapped.
I will do. Do I have any sort of advantage on this roll since I already saw potentially a very similar mechanism?
Sure. I'll give you advantage.
Hey, Bill, check behind the
Yeah, it looks similar to the other one, but you would guess there might be a trap inside again.
It looks virtually identical to the other one, so be careful.
All right. Then I will go over and take a look and see if I can see the trap mechanism inside this one.
Alright, so yeah, you see a similar setup where it looks like there are some blades on the inside. So go ahead and give me a trap disabling.
I love.
Your nat one's a 23.
Wait,
Yep.
what is in there? Is there a 10 for something as well?
I have reliable talent, so I
so you
anything
can't
that I'm-
roll
so
below a 1.
That's awesome.
Alright, so it's not actually a 1. So you actually, get a 10, which is 23. Alright, so doing some work on it, you do manage to disable it.
That's basically the lowest you can get.
His lowest
Yep.
is literally 23.
Yeah.
Man, that reliable talent is something.
It's not even worth bountiful luck.
Hooray for
Dang.
11th level. So, I will go ahead and pull the lever.
Alright, you pull the lever. There is a clicking again, and once again, the wall would slide downward, revealing an area inside that looks similar. There is more gold and another magic chest.
No more magic coming off the walls or anything?
There is magic coming from inside the chest. Again.
I will go ahead and investigate the unlocking mechanism on the chest.
Alright, once again, it is 3 locks.
I'm gonna look
Alright.
around in the rubble of the statue for keys.
I'm gonna fly up and look
Alright.
into the snake's eyes, see if they're hidden in there.
So,
Or mouth.
Ivor, as you go near the chest, suddenly a voice says, "You shall die."
Not a voice that I recognize.
I don't think so.
Huh.
As you approach it again, once again a voice says, "You shall die."
A
Does
few
it
seconds
sound?
later, Donnie, you can hear Donnie just laughing out loud a few feet away.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
No, none of the rest of us heard that, right?
Probably not. Maybe Betha, maybe Theo. Like,
Was
what?
it
What
out
that?
loud or is it in my head?
It sounded like it was out loud.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Yeah, this seems neat. I will use an inspiration. Okay.
Lou, is it in common?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're not sure where it came from. You're just looking around the room. As Theo approaches once again, the voice says, "You shall die."
Why?
It sounds like to you, Theo, it's coming from behind the chest.
Look behind
And
the
it-
chest.
You see
And it
there
said it-
is a doll shoved it back in there. When you pick it up, it says, "You shall die."
Does it
again.
look like Donnie's talking dog?
Yes, it looks like Donnie's talking doll.
Donnie just busts up laughing back here. Ah, you fell for the joke! Ha ha ha!
I was like, I
gonna
spent
stick
an
this in my
inspiration on that, you jerk.
Wow. What are you
I'm
all
sorry.
laughing about over there?
Ivor, I am sorry. I didn't actually want it to happen to you. I was hoping it would happen to Theo or Smarty Pants. But
Zelia,
were
as
why-
you,
I instantly go and shove my face behind it.
yeah. Zelia, as you ask what's going on over there, I'll say, don't worry about it. It's not with your time.
Donnie's still chuckling. My statue, my doll. Do you see that, dumb axe?
Axe is like, that was pretty good. He gives you a silent high five. Beldani, what are you doing?
I'm scooping the gold from this into this room into the portable hole as well.
Alright.
So
And just for tracking purposes, even though you didn't count it, there's about 800 old world gold pieces in the 2 rooms.
Total
Okay.
or each?
Total.
Okay, I'll add it to the. Sure.
And anything else after you get that?
I'll just turn to Theo and say, do you want to give the lock an attempt?
Honestly, I saw you almost slip while pickpocketing the lock and still popped it easily. Yes. I think between you doing 2 and me doing 1, we can handle this.
All right.
Okay, so you do have disadvantage on both the checks. But yeah,
Guidance, his
Well,
offhand,
Donnie-
and I think Theo can guidance himself or Beldani's other hand?
It takes my action to guidance, and I'm using my
Oh
action
yeah,
to lock there.
fair.
Are
Yeah.
you guiding them, Betha?
Yeah, Betha's gonna guidance like
I would
you're
say-
not Beldani's non-dominant hand, so, since he's using both hands at once.
I was going to say I would guidance Theo actually because I'm going to get a 23 at a minimum on both
Oh,
my
okay. Well, yeah,
rolls.
then yeah, if you tell her
So-
to, she'll guidance Theo instead.
Sweet, thank you.
All right.
Are you guys doing the new one? Where are you?
Yeah, we're
You're gonna work
starting
on
with
both.
a
We're left
starting with
and
the
right.
left chest.
Well, I have to be in range of you, so there we go. Do your thing.
Alright, so you cast guidance on Theo. So Theo, you would make it. Beldani, you got a 23 on the first one, right?
Yeah, it's a 23 no matter what. So
So actually, 23 would not be enough.
all right.
So the first attempt fails as you all three try to pick this lock, as it seems to be very well crafted. Do you want to try again?
Yeah, I think we'll try again.
Okay.
If worst comes to worst, I did just give Donnie a ram.
You can just break it open.
But we may not want to
Yes.
break what's in the chests.
Worst comes to worst, we can just slide the chest in the portable hole and deal with it later.
It's true.
Maybe.
So unfortunately, the second attempt would fail because the first one's a 23. So the lock almost gets open, but one of your hands kind of slips and you're unable to get the first one picked in time.
Now,
which
if
one
we're
is
able
this?
to get a couple of them picked, is there any chance we... No, that's not quite how the lock... would we be able to slide something to try and catch one of the locks before it resets itself?
Freeze it.
It's more like you just have to do them all at the exact same time. So you think normally you would just turn all three keys at once. But if they aren't done at the exact same time, then the locks just don't open. Or the lock as a whole doesn't open.
We can go try the other one for now and come back to this if we find the keys. Or
All right.
ability to
Or
separate
take-
from the floor.
Or take the chests like Zalia suggested.
It's stuck to the floor, right, Lou?
No, it's not stuck to the floor.
It's not? Oh,
No.
sweet. Let's put this one in the portable hole.
All right.
Both of them in.
So you notice as you pick up the chest, there is a key under it.
Oh,
Awesome.
Hey, found a key.
That's nice.
Got one of three. Maybe
No.
one of six. I don't know.
Well, do you want to try this now? Each of us on one lock and using the key on the last?
That's true.
Sure.
You could use one key and do two picks. You just have to get someone to turn the key while the other two of you pick.
Faith, will you come turn this key, please?
Sure. Wait, no, but I need to guidance you, so
Oh, yeah, true.
somebody
So,
else needs to turn the
Professor-
key.
Z, will you come turn this key, please?
It's a group activity.
Yes, I will.
Solly is turning the key. It's like a heist. You're all doing your part.
Yeah, it is.
Timed perfectly.
Time perfect.
We all
right.
have little mics in our ears.
So
Misfit.
Betha, yeah, Misfit heist. So Betha is doing
Guidance.
on Theo, and go ahead and give me the two rolls. Not at disadvantage anymore.
3,
normal.
2, 1. And guidance.
Oh, 19, unfortunately.
Plus 2.
21.
Yeah, that wouldn't be enough. You actually,
Oh, gosh.
Beldani and Theo both failed that time.
Zalia probably got hers right?
Perhaps we should go and see if there's
Yeah,
a key on the
Zalia
other side.
basically turned the key and she got hers right.
Eyeball,
Let's
Could you
put this away for now and
Eyeball,
go for
could you move that chest and see if there are any keys under it?
The heist
I'll
continues.
respond and I'll say, sure thing, give me one moment.
If it tells you you're gonna die, ignore it.
Didn't Theon pocket the doll just now?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, no more tricks for Beldani. All right, so Theo, you lift the
Donnie.
chest up.
Donnie.
Or Ivor does.
Well, yeah, Donnie's the one who put the doll there, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah,
You said Beldani.
Oh, sorry. So Ivor, you lift the chest up, and indeed there is another key under this one.
Delightful. I will grab it and go to the other room.
Yes. There we
I have
are.
a gift.
Here,
All
step in
right.
here. You can turn the key.
So
Wait.
yeah,
All right.
it looks like these keys will seemingly fit into any of these locks, any of the three.
So we'll do the picking. Bildani can do the picking with guidance, and the other two can just turn the key.
Wait, how complex does the teeth of the key look?
Fairly complex.
Yeah, but you're also talking to a master crafter here.
So it is
It's
a
something that-
25 to pick, so the lock is fairly intricate. It's definitely not a run-of-the-mill locking mechanism.
We've got 2 keys. Have a go at it.
I think
Hurry up.
yeah.
Goldani,
It's still
Goldani
just-
can probably handle it himself, yeah.
haven't
And
got
Planning for
it.
the future.
if Betha can provide guidance, then I think we can get these open.
That makes 24 our lowest possible roll.
That said, we should take these chests. They're very handy.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they are very finely crafted.
Especially if we can relock them.
and really
yeah.
hard to open.
Yep.
And we might even find the third key eventually.
Maybe if you
I can
bolt
make
them
a third
down
key.
so that people don't just
I could
steal
open
them.
it.
So 23 plus D4. Yeah.
Yay!
All right, so you turn the keys as he would pick the lock, and there is a series of clicks inside the chest, and a rewarding click as the latch flips upward, releasing and allowing you to open
Noxious gas.
it. No, there's no noxious gas.
All right, I will open the chest.
All right, inside the chest, you see several small statuettes and holy symbols that are very finely carved, probably worth something. They're all symbols to Moradin.
Detect magic is going.
So...
How many is several, and what are they worth? I'm gonna
all right, sure. So there are 2 statuettes that look like they are of holy figures, possibly servants of Moradin of some renown. You would guess these are probably worth... both of them are worth about, we'll say, you guess 300 gold pieces each.
Okay.
And there is a finely crafted jeweled holy symbol of Moradin that looks like it can be used as a holy symbol, but also looks really fancy. Probably
Little
worth-
hammer.
Yeah, like a little hammer with all these on a chain with all these jewels encrusted on it. And it's probably worth about 500 or 600 gold pieces. One of the jewels is a diamond, which is worth probably 400 gold pieces just by itself.
Nice.
I would know pretty much exactly what it's worth, remember, Lou, because of my background as an archaeologist.
Yeah, so you'd guess about 600.
About 600.
So 400, and you think 400 of it would just be for this diamond. It's very finely crafted. But also, yeah, it's an ancient relic, so maybe even more for the right seller. And give me a D10 roll.
Hey, Bell's here. He can do it. Also, if we ever do need to price jewels and stuff, I can price jewels at Jeweler's Guild. Things.
Yeah, I have like a part of my archaeologist ability is I know the value of.
Fancy. Know if it belongs in a museum or make profit.
There, none of this seems magical to you, yes?
There is also... Hang on, let me double check something. Am I spelling that right? No, I'm not. That's probably why. So there are also a bunch of crossbow bolts in a case there, and you think that's what's giving the magical aura.
Ooh!
Professor, when you get a chance, if you could take a look at these look like they could be very helpful for my hand crossbow.
Well, I'll look at them now. Why don't you go and see what's in the other chest? And I'll
Very
sit down
well.
and try to cast Identify.
Alright, so there are 30 bolts altogether in this bolt case. It looks like it could be used in a light or medium crossbow.
Could it be using a hand crossbow?
Yeah, sorry, hand or light. I don't think there was a
Okay.
medium crossbow.
There's heavy, normal, and hand, which is your
Yeah,
light.
so this could be
medium,
used as in a normal or a probably light.
Okay.
Alright, so you're trying this chest.
Yep.
Go ahead and just give me your one pick since the other two will obviously succeed. And D4. Alright, so yeah, same thing. There's the clicking noises as it opens up. And it looks like there are more relics inside. Several more statues to Moradin. Statuettes. Both of them encrusted. Or go ahead.
Several being 2?
Yeah, sorry. There are 2 more, both of them very well carved and gem encrusted, probably worth similar to the other 2. Probably about 300 gold pieces each, I said, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one has another holy symbol, but strangely enough, there is no... It seems like a blank holy symbol. Like there's just a this does have a magical aura coming from it. Actually, it wouldn't be blank. Hang on. It would have a Moradin symbol on it.
Most holy symbol items that can be anyone's, they have their old one on, and once you attune, it changes to your god.
Yeah, this one does seem to be a Moradin symbol.
Donnie pulls out dumb axe and kind of waves it as Zaylia is concentrating on some of the things. These friends of yours, they talk to?
He says, "What? The necklace? Why would that be a friend of mine?"
Because it's a dwarf, Morden. You're like Morden type, aren't you?
And he says, "Well, yes, when I was alive, I worshipped Moradin."
You not bros with him no more like me with Tyr?
I still respect Moradin, but a magical weapon cannot worship. I have no hands or mouth. I cannot say prayers or kneel or do any of the normal...
Yeah, you are pretty worthless, okay.
Alright, so yeah, that's all you find. What do you want to do?
I'm identifying the crossbow bolts at the moment in the other room.
Alright, so you want to wait 10 minutes to do that?
Well, she was doing it while they were opening the second chest.
They were opening the chest.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but that only took like a minute, if that.
I am gonna quickly check behind this statue, just in case.
So currently, it looks like that statue is pushed up against the wall.
Oh.
Hey guys. 3 keys, 3 statues.
Go and smash.
Well, we might want to
Like
just
we
try
were
and push this one forward or something, cause
I pull out the battering ram and leverage against the wall and start pushing again.
I'm gonna also push to see if I can contribute. Not strong,
I'll,
but
I'll give Donnie my guidance.
Alright. So.
Concentrate with all that racket.
It comes down. So that'd be 22.
Nice.
Alright, so. Well, yeah. 16 plus 4. Alright, so you're pushing against the statue. This one is much more solid because it's not legs, it's just like a large cobra kind of coiled up there. You think you might have to.
Wouldn't he have gotten the critical on that since Theo's helping him?
So. No, because it wouldn't give him advantage. Theo would make a roll as well if he was pushing. But yeah, you don't think you could push this one over. You would probably have to physically either move it or destroy it somehow because it's too
Can I please use
solid.
the horn?
That's honestly too loud for right now, Donnie. Once we are able to deal with whatever's causing all the demons, yeah, come in here and horn all the shit you want.
Oh, then you figure out how to break this one. I broke the other two.
Thinking, yes, I gave you the thing to help you break the other one.
Well, I just said you could slide it.
Actually, real quick, you might notice something. Beldani, what's your passive perception?
20.
And you have a light source out right now, right?
Well, I do not
least
at the
Yuri does.
moment, but
Well, Zalia and Betha both do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So I
there's
mean,
light
there
here.
is a light source in here.
And one of them is Dale.
Yeah, as you're kind of looking at the statue and pushing on it, you notice that the pedestal the cobra is on, along the sides of it, there are scratch marks, as if the statue maybe could sink into the ground somehow.
All right. I will point this out to the professor and see. Professor, maybe there's a way you can investigate to see if there's a mechanism here to lower the statue. It looks like there
You
is
also,
something.
or sorry, go ahead.
Looks like there's some way to lower the statue into the ground based on these scratches along the floor and along the pedestal itself.
Yeah, you
All
also might think that initially the pedestal was part of the original construction, but the cobra may have been added later. Like maybe there was a different statue on here and it was torn down.
Oh. So the mechanism may or may not have actually been used by the demon.
Do you want to have Theo take a look at it? I'm right in the middle of this. I'll be
Oh,
there.
sure. Master Starling.
Yes.
Investigation.
Sorry, I got trains.
Could you investigate the cobra statue, see if we can find a mechanism to lower it into the ground?
So you would agree that it looks like this pedestal could come down, but you can't find anything in the area that would do that. You wonder if the mechanism is somewhere else in this temple.
The trigger might be somewhere else. Sorry, not much help.
What do you all want to do?
How am I doing on time, DM?
Alright, so you are identifying. Hang on. Where did my. Huh. That's weird. Sorry, give me a sec. I just got lost in my notes here. Alright. Alright, so 10 minutes would pass if, yeah, they're still kind of messing with the pedestal there. So you get this identified. These are radiant bolts of walloping.
Sounds fancy.
So they are considered magical. They are able to do an extra 1d6 radiant damage when they strike. And anything they strike has to make a strength save or be knocked prone. DC 10.
Okay, I guess I'll hand those back to Beldani and tell him.
So now we have Hawkeye with trick arrows.
Trick bolts, yeah.
So who uses crossbow bolts besides Beldani? Anyone?
Originally, Theo was supposed to be Hawkeye with a bunch of trick arrows and stuff.
But you don't use your a crossbow.
Yes,
Yeah, you switched to Iron Man, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I switched to run up and punch mode because we needed
So I'm
to.
just gonna hand them to Beldani, because it seems like he's the only one who regularly uses. And I'm gonna
Okay.
ignore the petulant look on Theo's face. I'm sure Beldani will let you look at them later, Theo. Perhaps you can reverse engineer them. I know how
Alright.
happy that makes.
So what does everyone want to do? been quiet. You've been in here probably about, I don't know, since the fight ended. It's probably been about 20 minutes to a half hour. Nothing has come yet, but you don't know how long you have until something shows up.
Do you want to give me that holy symbol? I have a bit of an inkling of what it might be. Could be quite useful to us if it's what I think. You want me to take another 11 minutes, you guys?
That would be fine with me.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Donnie's
Theo, are
blasting.
you muted, Theo?
Nope, watching the door.
Oh, I thought she was asking you for the symbol.
I didn't grab anything.
Okay, I'll wander over and pick
I'll be
it
right
up
back,
and-
Professor. I'll grab it. Oh, you've got it.
Meanwhile, let's take those chests and store them down in the hole. Maybe not drop them quite as flippantly as we did the coins.
Yeah, for
And
sure. We
just
need.
throw them in. All right. So you store the chests in your portable hole as well. And you said you're going to take another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So some time passes, and you find this is an amulet of the devout. It is the rare version +2.
Oh, this is indeed what I thought it was. And I'll pass it over to Betha and explain what it is in grueling detail.
She
So basically,
almost smiles.
you gain a bonus to your spell attacks and save throw DCs of +2 while wearing this.
Yes.
You can use your Channel Divinity feature without expending one of the feature's uses. Once it's
Yes.
used, it can't be used again until next
Guys,
time.
that's like 45 extra heals. just the third part of it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome with the saving throws too.
Yeah. This is amazing. Thank you.
All right. Celia gets up, dusts off her hands. Where to now? Look, Donnie, Donnie. Theo has
Yes?
something to tell you.
You can let them know.
Okay.
No, I think it's best coming from you. I'm not sure I've heard the whole story myself.
The Bodak's trying to help us.
The Bodak is trying to help us? In what way?
It was the one. Theo moves away from the door. It was the one keeping things quiet around us so we didn't get flooded with the 60 other demons that are out and about having their cookies.
Down in the rectory.
It's been watching us through a form of scrying. I was able to pick up on the magic a few times and asked for help. It talked in my head, letting me know that if we attacked those big versions of Donnie, that it would keep things quiet around us and we wouldn't get caught. And it seems to have kept its word. With our interaction around Orbrow, it seemed legitimately regretful, and this might be a situation of helping something that wants to repent actually get to repent instead of just kill the bad.
That sounds like balance to me.
Theo's full talking to Beldani.
Who is this Bodak they speak of? Tinder says to Ivor.
There's this Bodak that we've been following for some time. It's actually the reason why we're down here. It was this small, gangly-looking creature with red eyes. It's been... Originally, we tracked it down a hallway to the north that went eastward, and then we lost track of it and immediately had to tend with more demons. Most recently, it was the thing that we saw in the room with all the dead skeletons and the ghostly old man. It was the other apparition that showed up, which Donnie swung at and it disappeared.
The one with the burning eyes?
That is correct.
Didn't
Are you
seem
familiar
like
with this creature?
Well, I know of Bodaks. That one looked very peculiar. I don't think I've seen one that looked like that before.
Can you remind me the name of the dwarf? Oh, Orbrow. I just found it. Sorry.
Orbrow was the yeah.
And the Bodak is Cordis. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
We're totally going to
also-
make friends with him, and he's going to become our manservant.
I'll share that information with Tinder as well. I'll say, well, he was there for that, so he heard
Yeah.
that.
He
Honestly, if
says-
there's anybody who want a manservant, Rotbro, him in a suit, would be great.
Oh. Enslave Robro. All he wanted was like the freedom
No,
to
not
roam.
enslave. What you talking about?
No, make him a servant though.
What were you saying, Lou?
what was I saying?
Tinder was saying something about the Bodak.
No, just what did he say? He was gonna say, yeah, it was a very peculiar looking Bodak. I know that these creatures are evil undead. Why are your friends so interested in killing this one?
That is primarily the function of Beldani and Donnie. Donnie, with his usual fervor, he believes that everything that is evil is beyond redemption, and that it deserves to be smashed on sight, particularly things which are associated with Orcus. Beldani has his own reasons for pursuing the Bodak, and I've not bothered to inquire as to why. Doesn't seem to be my business necessarily.
Never been very impressed with Orcus. The demons in general perplex me. All that rage
Can I-
and chaos and death put towards nothing of value. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I hear any of this conversation between Ivor and Tinder?
No, unlike Donnie, Ivor doesn't yell his mental conversations out loud. I assume, unless he says he's
Correct.
going to. He would
They
just kind
are-
of be standing there.
They are all telepathic, yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's just talking to Tinder right now.
So, with all that out in the open, it seems to be that the Bodak is at the least not a danger to us, but at the most, perhaps an ally in this, and we really should be focusing on the dragon, which, she looks at Donnie, is also evil.
I agree. The enemy
And
of my enemy
summoning
is my
demons.
friend.
Yes, and is also summoning demons.
Donnie, you gotta kill something undead, summoning followers of Orcus, and it's a dragon. Win-win.
Win-win-win.
So our belief is, if I recall our conversation earlier, we're looking for the phylactery. Do I think that it would have to be, like, do I have any clue as to what the location of that might be? Anything about...
I mean, it didn't really give you any hints where its phylactery might be, if it has one, but you doubt it would have it here. It would probably be someplace far away from any danger.
Detect items or things like that. You can't just detect phylactery. You have to actually know what item the phylactery is.
Yeah, you would have to know what it is, which right now you don't have
Would
any
I-
information on that.
Could it possibly be the big Scribble?
I don't
Scribble?
want to break that. I don't want to break that.
Oh, in the
I-
dragon's lair? I mean, it could be. It's, you never know.
Wait, was that the dragon's lair that we found?
Yeah. Remember, it was cleaned out.
Yeah, it was partially
Yeah,
cleaned
but-
out already, except for that large
I remembered
scrying
that it was
device.
cleaned out. I didn't know that it was the
All that
dragon's
was
lair.
left was that, and I did detect magic on it at the time. Was there anything in the signature of that would lead me to believe it could, like, would it be ruled out as a?
I mean, it's hard to rule anything out, but it's
We did
probably...
detect magic and go for the schools and all that, and only got scrying from it.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to tell without some information, unfortunately. There are more powerful divination spells, like Legend Lore, I think, that might be able to help you, but most common divinations wouldn't help with something like that.
Well, the only thing we know of that belongs to this dragon, was left from its trove, was that Scribble. I suggest we go back, try to find it again. I think I've got a map here somewhere.
You
We
do.
could at least use it to scry on the dragon. And at most, it might in fact be the phylactery.
Could also, if I detect any more scrying on us, try and see if the Bodek has any information on the phylactery.
Indeed.
Theo, did you lock that door? This one?
I don't think that it can be locked because Donnie smashed the shit out of it.
Donnie smashed the handle. You can still bar it, though. There is still a way to lock it.
When we came in,
If that is an option, then yes, we're just sitting here identifying items and stuff. I'm watching for it. Make sure it's secure.
Alright, so if you did that, at this point it would start to move as if something was trying to open it.
Wave to Donnie to get him over here.
It's moving back and forth a bit, and there is a voice that says something in Abyssal.
We still look like the orcs, right?
Yep.
I believe so.
All right.
Yep.
Once Donnie gets here, then we can unbar the door.
Although you do have a slain demon in here now.
Wait, they thought they dissipate. You said he poofed into...
Yeah, so I guess that's true. His essence would still be here.
But the statues are still in.
Oh yeah, and you did smash the statues. That's true.
But we do look like the demon orcs and stuff. We might be able to say, we just came in on this, what the fuck's going on?
We came in and all these statues were broken.
In the rooms.
Yeah.
Theo's gonna lay on the ground like he's really injured and shit. Because
Oh
he
my
looks
God.
really injured still.
Alright, Theo
Yeah,
lays on the
Zelia
ground.
can do the same thing because she's also quite injured.
So
Donnie,
if that's,
go open the door, bluff it.
yeah, if that's what we're doing, Donnie would pop the door open.
Alright, so you...
I doused
pop-
my light. I don't think I think the daylight light is not doused though. Betha is hiding.
Cover up the daylight.
I'll lay on the daylight light
You can put it in a pocket or something.
and put some rubble on top of me.
Betha doesn't even have to crouch behind this altar.
Alright, so you open the door, and you realize that the silence spell is gone now as you do, because you can hear again. And you would see the guards, who you walk past initially. They kind of walk over and say, we haven't heard from anyone in here for a bit. What's going on?
We found them! It was a battle! They barred us in here! They went running to the west! We must chase them! Go find the others!
We're
You,
right outside
you-
the door.
are you just pointing at the west wall in the room?
No, this way, like down the hallway. I said they barred us in here.
They were outside the door.
Yeah, these two were out here the whole time. These
Oh,
are those
that's
two
right. Oh,
guards
sorry,
that let
okay.
you in. I mean, I
That's
guess, yeah.
Sorry, no. Sorry. Can we retcon that? I would.
Sure, we can retcon that.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't thinking. That was from
Yeah, I
last
think
session.
we
I was
told them that we
misremembering.
were going on. This was
Shit.
part of our route.
Yeah, you just
30
said you were
minutes
coming
ago.
in here to talk. Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay.
half an
Well,
hour
that's
ago.
what Shit, my deception.
Like, they ran out
have
of here.
No idea what I
what,
would
right
actually
past
say.
us?
that we teleported away or something.
Yeah.
Zelia probably would have whispered that to you before she
Yeah.
put rubble on her.
So what are you actually going to say to them when
So
they
I would say
look
is,
around?
they appeared out of the doors in the back. We battled them. I don't know where they went.
Who?
They damaged many of my colleagues.
They draw their halberds walking in. Who? Where did they go?
Call each other colleagues. And just
They
move
were,
on.
they were,
Give
they
me
were
a,
really tiny.
give
like
me a deception
little-
check.
Huh?
Give me a deception check.
Oh, yep.
Oh god.
The orc word for colleagues just means those assholes.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's at disadvantage because of the exhaustion,
Because you're
right?
tired. And you're like, they went somewhere.
While this conversation
So,
is going, I just
Theo
wanted.
is going to flash a genius by popping up and looking like he's having some kind of seizure and going, "Ah!" like some flash of genius trying to cover it up.
Distraction.
Alright, so what does that put you at a 10 with Flash of Genius? Or
9.
9?
Wait.
Go
Oh
ahead.
wait, that's not an advantage.
No, it's the
I
disadvantage.
thought that was a
That's a
14. If that
disadvantage.
was just a 5, I probably wouldn't have used it then.
Okay.
I thought that was
So they look at you, they look around, they say...
Wait,
yeah.
Lou?
What?
Ian was trying to say something.
Oh, sorry, what are you trying to say?
Once the door is open and Donnie started conversing with the guards, I just would want to ask Tinder if he can fly out in the hallway and check and see if there's anything else out there.
Yeah, sure. He flies out there. And he would mentally communicate to you that it looks like the hallway is clear right now.
Okay. I'll thank him, and then I'll turn to Beldani and, like, probably one at a time, Beldani and then Betha and then the professor if she's looking at me, and I'll just put up 2, and then the little like throat, like the finger throat knife gesture.
Finger to the throat.
Standing, Theo? Or I'm sorry, Ivor?
I'm crouched.
So these two are just looking at Donnie like they think he's full of shit. They're like,
But
where? I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't see Ivor's token, so therefore I don't think Betha can
He's
see.
behind the altar.
I was standing there when you moved over. We're occupying the same space.
Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't.
He's hiding right
well,
behind
and I'm allowed
you.
to occupy your space, so I guess I'll just continue. But anyway, I did not realize that. Thank you. Sorry.
You
All
would
right.
see him is the answer to that.
Yes, you would definitely.
All right, that's exactly what I needed. Thank you.
So the creatures brandish their halberds towards you, Donnie, and they say, "You lie! What have you done?"
Can I try and stand
How?
up?
Huh?
I was
What do you
gonna
do?
say, can I try and stand up? Like groggily trying to get to his feet.
Sure, you stand up. This one would turn towards you and say, "What happened in here? What really happened? Where is the Lord Demon,
Looks at him.
the Nalfeshni?
And then points at his.
Why are the
gushing
statues
blood.
knocked over?" One of them yells, suddenly running up this way. "What happened to the statues? Ah!"
I'm gonna close
They
this
seem really
door.
upset. Who
Close
broke
the
the
door, Lou.
statues?
Donnie runs up and smashes at one of them.
I'll pull the dead one.
Give me initiative rolls.
Lou, I made sure to close the door before Donnie ran up after them.
Sure. Well, yeah. Let's do initiatives, and we'll say the door is open until you get to go.
Well, no, he did say that before Donnie smashed.
He did.
I was
Yeah.
saying, as I got there, I said I'm closing the door as the guys started going up towards the statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
That was
like they were
long
going to look at the
before.
statues, and nobody had said anything about being offensive yet.
Yeah, they were just curious.
All right, fine.
Well, probably more alarmed than curious, but yeah.
That's a good word for it. Yeah.
We got the torch. Rolling number 8.
Oh, that's me. Hold on.
Torch is going faster than Theo right now.
Well, honestly, to be honest with you, I don't think Betha would have seen any of this exchange because she put out her torch and Zalia covered hers.
You probably would have heard it though. Orcs and orcs.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You can take the torch off. Well, I'll just delete it. Actually, no, I don't want to delete it because you made it special. Can you just take
Yeah.
it off? Yeah. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, at
So-
this point, you'd probably bring it back out, or at least after the first swings are go,
You
right?
made it special because of daylight, so I don't.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Zalia's probably, she's stifling it right now, but she's probably going to bring it out as soon as the battle starts, right?
You are laying on
my-
top of it, so as soon as you move, it's going to be out again.
No, I meant because it's on the turn order. It's fine.
All right. Well, Beldani, you would be
Gotcha.
the first to act as they're running up here annoyed, and you see Donnie running at them from behind. What do you want to do?
I'm going to sprint forward, trapping one between myself and Donnie, and stab at it with the dagger of
So,
Asyok.
Donnie, technically, you'd probably still be back here because it's not your turn yet. But yeah, you can still. Do you still want to attack Beldani? Because he hasn't run up yet.
Then no, I will hold my action until Donnie is within melee range.
All right. So you ready a shot or run up and ready an action?
Ready a stab with the dagger.
Alright, so this one looks at you angrily as if he's about to attack, but Donnie, you would go next, so now you rush up.
I rush up and he initiates the attack.
Alright, so go ahead, you go first.
Me or sorry, who's you?
Donnie, I think. Well, all right, I guess Bill Donnie, same
I think,
thing.
yeah, Beldani was just waiting for him to get in range, so.
26 would strike as you stab that guy.
For a total of 27 damage.
All right, and this is with your dagger, right?
Yes. And I will crush a soul trinket to do 3d6 against the other demon.
All right, he takes 15 necrotic, and they both look very angry at you. Anything else?
That'll do
Well,
it
that
for
was
me.
your reaction.
Because that's my
Actually,
reaction,
wait, that
so.
was your reaction, so I don't know. Can you crush a soul trinket? Because
Yes, the soul trinket does not require an action, reaction, or bonus action. It's just instantaneous with any sneak attack.
Okay.
It's only creating a soul trinket that requires a reaction.
All right, so Donnie, go ahead and make your attack from behind.
So I am going to rage and use one more just to.
All right, you rage. 30 would strike as you rush up behind, slashing him with the axe for another 20 damage.
Divine Fury. Nice.
So another 10. Alright, he's looking wounded.
Swing again.
Oh yeah, 28 would strike a second time for another 15.
That's my turn.
Wait, how did you roll a 12 on a d8?
It's a D10 because I'm two-handed.
Alright, well, how'd you roll a 12 on a d10?
That's
It
with
has
plus
the
7.
modifier.
There's
Oh,
1d10 plus 7 equals 5.
so it's showing some modifiers, and other it's just combining into the dice. That's weird.
Nope, roll up, hover over the slashing damage, not the total damage.
Oh, wait. I see.
Yep.
7.
How do you do the total damage in your macros? Ugh. I wish I could do that with my healing macros. Sorry.
Alright,
D&D
so it's
Oh.
so it's plus
5 plus
5
7.
for the strength, plus 2 for the axe, right? Or plus
The axe
4 plus
is a
3?
plus the axe is a +3.
Oh, so it's
Yeah,
plus
so
4
it's 4
plus
plus
3.
3.
Okay. So you deal 15 points of damage to him. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, Ivor. What you do?
Alright. Remind me, which point did he appear wounded? Was that just at the last swing? No, that was after. That was after the first swing.
Yeah, the second swing, or the
Alright.
first swing wounded him, yeah.
Let's see here.
Beldani's expert stabbing.
Yeah, he stabs good. Okay. Well, in order to get, how is he tall enough? Well, is the pew blocking my line of effect to this Tanaruk?
No, it's just giving him cover.
All right. Okay. Sorry. That is what I was trying to ask and did so poorly.
Yeah,
Okay,
Beldani and
I
the
will-
pews are both giving cover.
Okay. I will then. What would be the best angle? I'm just gonna fly straight up 30 feet, or 20 feet. Yeah, 30 feet. Up and up, and then I will. I think Eldritch Blast, the one that Donnie and Beldani are engaging.
Alright, you blast down at him. He still has cover, but you have +1 bonus because you have high ground. And I think all 3 of those would hit.
Yeet.
One's a crit. So, 13 plus 5, 18, 21 damage. Is that right?
That is correct.
Alright, he is barely standing, but still up.
Okay, then I'll just end my turn right there.
Betha.
Gonna 20, 25. She took her ring out of her pocket, by the way. Like, she pulled her hand out of her pocket, so she's got light. And she'll just kind of run over here to be less, like, in this guy's path. And I'll try to toll the dead.
Alright, he gets a wisdom save. He is not the best dead, but he is
That's
resistant.
not the right roll. There we go.
So you got a 15, which I think fails. And he is...
And that, I have not yet added my aura of the devout, or amulet of the devout, so then that's definitely a fail.
Alright.
My DC is now 19.
Withered.
think
No,
you'd
because
have
you
to
have to
attune to it
attune to it, yeah.
Good call.
It is an
yeah.
attune, so...
I couldn't drag it from the compendium here in Roll20 anyway, so I was going to have to build it.
Okay. But that would be enough to kill him regardless, as he is withered.
Perfect. That was her goal. That was all of her movement. I don't know that it matters, but what she does with her bonus action, so she'll... yeah, I don't think it matters. Go ahead. That's my turn.
Zalia, what are you doing?
I will use half my movement to stand up. And
Okay.
will pull that other one. Has it taken any damage yet?
No.
Yes, it has, because Beldani crushed his trinket.
Oh yeah, shit.
Oh.
Alright, so you point at the other one, casting Toll the Dead, which is a wisdom save. With advantage, he gets a 13, so that's a fail, and takes 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. It's my turn.
Does that get? No, cause right. Never mind.
Nothing special. No.
Alright, Theo. You close the door behind you. What are you gonna do?
Bonus action Guardian for 2 HP. And then head up 30 feet and punch this guy twice.
Alright, you rush at him, punching. Are you concentrating on something?
Detect magic.
Okay. First punch misses as he jumps out of the way.
I'm
Oh!
not I know.
Huh?
I think he did it again.
Oh, you did again?
Punch again.
That one would connect,
Oh, nice.
smacking him with a 7-point thunder damage as there's a loud boom.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. There we go. I'm ready.
Anything else?
Oh me, I couldn't use the horn.
Well, this
My
isn't as
fists
loud
are
as the
nowhere
horn.
near as loud as the horn.
Yeah, this is more of like a
Lord.
crackle versus like a...
I mean, to be fair, the church bells were fairly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else, Theo?
That is it. It has disadvantage if it attacks anybody other than me.
Alright, well, he is going to spin around towards you, roaring angrily, and swing his greatsword twice. Actually, sorry, he would have used a reaction to get an attack on you after you hit him, because I forgot
yeah.
about that.
Oh.
Fuck. I forget about those things. That's nasty.
The other one should have done that too, but oh well. No, he missed with the reaction, but now he takes a bite and a greatsword attack. So first greatsword, 21 versus AC.
Hit.
Alright, so he slashes you for 8 as he runs in, biting at you. 18, I think, would just miss you. As you maybe put your arm up as he's biting down on that instead. That would end his turn.
Shove my metal fist in his mouth instead of something else.
Beldani.
Alright, I'm going to tumble across this pew
And demolish him.
and take a big stab.
I'm gonna stab him in the back of the neck.
Stab. Oh,
15.
15 would strike.
Alright.
Distracted by Theo.
For a total
But
of
he will
33
reaction
damage.
to cut you with his greatsword.
Didn't he spend his reaction on me?
That was before he
Goes
went.
before his turn. Yep.
So he reacts. Luckily, he only got an 18, so he would miss as you stab him for 33. Anything else? He's looking wounded.
I will bonus action disengage and take a step back so that if he wants to attack me, he'll have to provoke an attack of opportunity from Theo, and that is my turn.
Alright, that is it for you. Donnie, what are you going to do?
Donnie would like to run over and finish him off, so he'll kind of like parkour, because he learned that word over the fuse.
Parkour! Rushing up behind him.
Parkour.
And just for fun, he's going to go ahead and go reckless.
Alright, so you attack
Just
with
for funsies.
advantage, recklessly assaulting him.
Really trying to get him out of here.
17 damage plus Divine Fury.
24
Oh, nice.
would become a 26, so that would strike for 17 plus 8, 25 damage. Oh. Anything
Still
else?
up ultimate again.
Oh yeah, he is still up.
23 to hit.
Yeah, you connect a second time, which would finish him off.
I will use my reaction to create a soul trinket.
Alright, so once again, it is quiet. Both
That
of
battle,
the
I
demons
think
are
we-
slain.
I think we conserved all our spell slots there.
Yeah. As the combat draws to a close, I just want to reach out to Tinder, who I think is actually still in the hallway, and I'll ask him if there are anything is coming outside the doors.
He'll say, it's clear so far. Nothing is coming. Actually, why don't we take a 5-minute break here?
Sounds good.
Alright, I'll see you all back in 5.
Lily's gonna think to herself, "Well, Donnie's so much more energetic than he's been for the past couple of hours."
Oh,
What are the creatures that we just fought? I know they're
That's what we're
The
disguised
Tanaruk?
as.
Tanaruk?
Yeah,
Tenaruk. Okay,
Yeah.
We
Just
all
'cause
look like
they-
them right now.
need to.
Yeah, we have seeming up, David. You probably.
We all look like demons right now. We're very, very ugly.
Everybody looks like Tenorix except Betha, because she's small. She looks like.
Did we decide? I can't remember.
I remember either. I can't keep them all.
We asked Lou, what's the smallest demon we've seen? That's what Beta looks like. Well, Lou changed his picture, didn't he? I just noticed that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're there, I'd like to medical intuition you.
Who?
You.
Do we have
I mean, that
information,
means
or can I
that-
tell you now.
I don't know. We're not in combat, so I assume it's fine, but we can wait for him if you prefer.
Oh, technically,
Oh, okay, good.
I think I beat it by like 1 or 2 points.
Oh, okay, all right. That tells me a lot. Okay, good. And Zalia, your heart is gone, so I guess. But you, I know that hits on you
I
are
went
a
from
lot more.
126 to 20 HP in 1 turn.
Mm. And that was like with the aid, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you are below half, Zalia. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I can't bandage you again right now. Those bandages I already put on you need some time before I change the salve. But if you need magic, you let me know. I've got a little left. More than a little. I just don't know what else we're gonna encounter. So
Hold on to it for now, Auntie. I actually have some healing potions. I'll take one just to get. So,
oh yes, very good. In fact, I think you gave me a few. Let me check here. She's gonna check her inventory while we're kind of taking a rest here,
this
or a
might be the
minute,
first
not at
time
rest.
I've ever used one.
I always forget that I have them, honestly. Okay, I do have 2, and that's good that you said that. So I'll remember that I can pour those down some throats if I don't have if I'm not able to bandage y'all anymore. It says my inventory says I still have a potion of invisibility.
What's up?
You probably do.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
I remember
probably.
using one when we fought the dragon, but I'm sure we've gotten one since then. Cool.
Well, it didn't quite put me to half.
I'm probably about to use
Oh no,
a
wait, yes
potion
it did.
too.
Yes, it did. 34 would be my. So.
I really need to get into some plate mail.
Yeah, I think Saley, I think you have the lowest HP max of the group. I assume. I'm not. Well, I don't actually know what Ivor's is, or I don't remember if I learned it at one point.
You can usually assume if there's a wizard in the party, they have the lowest max.
Yeah, I'm squishy.
I've never played a wizard. She puts out so much damage. I forget that
Yeah,
she's
they make
squishy.
up
Like
for that massive damage by not being able to take more than a stiff wind.
Yeah.
Well, she took more than a stiff wind in this last combat. She got like slashed and bitten.
Yeah, Lou's monsters are smarter than most, so can't use
I
them.
don't think all of them are. Like, I think he does play dumb ones dumbly. Like, the dumb ones won't go towards the people that are hurting them the most if there's people right in front of them engaged with them.
Usually, the things we run into, they see spellcaster, they instantly like spellcaster.
But those are all like talking, like, you know, they've got a little bit of intelligence. It doesn't mean they're smart, but like the ones that say "ooh, caster," it's not like, you know, dum-dums. It's like they're like, ouch, that fireball you sent hurt me, I'm gonna go after you. I don't know. I feel like I like how he does it. I like how he takes into account the creature's intelligence and says, like, hey, if this guy's pummeling me with these crazy magic, I'm gonna go after him. You know? Even if I don't understand the magic.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was just doing a test out of the new crossbow bolts.
Wow. Yum. And radiant damage. I mean, I don't know if that does anything against these demons, but that certainly would have helped on the undead if we go back to Isaac.
Alright, I'm back.
We're back.
Welcome back. I
And I
think
tell you
we
what,
took some healing potions while you were away.
Oh. I don't see. Oh wait, I see some healing potions.
The Beldani
Beldani
stuff
was
with
shooting
macro
his
test.
crossbow.
No, that wasn't.
This is why I always switch to talk to myself. Whenever you guys are like, I don't see your roll, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm talking to myself. It's because I'm testing macros, so I don't like flood the chat.
Fair enough.
So I do have one high-level spell. Oh no, I don't.
So you close the door and bar it again after that?
I think it was already fine.
I think we should get out of here.
Yeah.
Agreed.
We should
If we want to regroup and discuss and identify or rest, whatever, if we want to stay in one place for a while, I suggest we go back to one of those barracks. Otherwise, I think we should move on.
I think that if we are in need of a rest, perhaps the best place to do it would be in the magic room. It is behind. Wait, no. Never mind. That's not behind a thingy.
Wait,
we could do it.
but one of those 2 barracks we've discovered looked like it hadn't been touched for hundreds of years.
The secret passageway we
And
found.
there are bird demons on a doorway right to the left of that, too.
Oh, okay.
Let's go back to the passage
So-
where we found Tinder.
As
Okay.
you are talking here, there is suddenly a poof of magic. And the familiar gnome appears.
Oh.
Aranye, and he says,
Is this the humanoid form of the dragon? No, just kidding. I guess we saw the humanoid form of the dragon.
yeah, he was all bony. And he would say, here you are. Good. Have you found the chaotic magic yet?
Who are you?
You mean other than the one that just poofed in front of us?
Zelia's going to point at him. You're not who you... you guys already know that she talked to the real gnome and he's back on the island with Elodie.
So the Hollow Hand in Istik says you're not really Hollow Hand. Are you aware that you're not really Hollow Hand, or do you think you're Hollow Hand.
He says Hollow Hand and Isik.
One way to put it.
What do you mean
Yes.
Hollow Hand and Isik?
There's a you in Isik that's tangible in more ways.
Whom we met before we met you.
Poke him in the shoulder.
Hey!
We're testing to see if you're there. Okay. We ran
Want me to
into
poke him with the
You
axe?
were gonna say stomach,
No.
and I was expecting him to go hoo 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 or something.
So,
Like the
It's like
Pillsbury
the
Doughboy.
Pillsbury Dough. Woohoo!
Hollow Hand, just
So
explain a bit.
he
We met
backs
this-
off. He's like, "What are you doing, ma'am?"
Hollow Hand, just to explain a bit.
And
we
he
met this
backed
dwarf.
into Donnie.
Sorry, what are you saying, Theo?
We ran into a dwarf named Orbrow. He wasn't real, but thought he was real. You share similar properties.
He says, "Orbrow."
Do you know Orbrow?
No, but it is a very, I don't want to say common, but is a known dwarf name that Orbrow. I haven't seen any dwarves down here. Are you sure he was real?
No, he wasn't real. That's what we're telling you. You share
We're
similar
not going to
properties.
do real.
Says, what do
That's
you
what
mean?
makes us
Of
think.
course I'm real.
Now, he also thought he was real until his Bodak son showed up and told him, no, those are your bones, not my bones. Then he dissipated.
His Bodak's son?
Yes.
Is this some sort of joke? What do you mean his Bodak's son?
I'm genuinely not. Look around. There's demons and magic going haywire down here, and chaotic magic. The circumstances are appropriate for strange things to be happening, correct?
Yes, but listen, this isn't a safe place. I was coming here to see if you had found any information, but I think we should go. Come close to me. I'm going to teleport us somewhere else.
Okay.
But
I'm okay with this.
Sus. Fucking suspicious.
Inside check.
As he's preparing this, I just want to ask Tinder if he's able to get through the doors or not.
He says,
I
the
don't know.
door's closed right now. I can't get through it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if he could
Can you open it?
was like
Communicate
incorporeal.
it to us to open the door for you?
Yeah, for sure. Once it looks like we're about to fucking yeet out of here, I'll just say across the room to Theo probably, can you open the door for a moment so that way my friend can come back?
Yep. Pop it open. About 4 inches.
Wait, just a minute. So I'm gonna look to Baldani. Do you think?
So did you
What
open
do
the
you
door,
think-
Donnie? Or Theo?
Theo
Yes.
Right. So as soon as the door opens, Zalia is saying something, but you would see Aranye looking right at the imp as he flies through. And he points and he says, "What's that?"
An accomplice.
did. You can't even see him.
I like
well,
the
you would
word
know he's- you would
accomplice.
know
He's
it.
not
I know he's
familiar
there,
with
and
the
I
word
That's
accomplice.
kind of figured that's why you had me open the door.
Before we follow you, where are you taking us?
He stops for a second, looks at you, and says, I was going to take you to a forge in this place. I believe it was set up by the demons or some of the demon followers. I'm not sure. I think it is an old Moradin forge that was tainted. But it should be safer there than here.
Did Betha get anything from her insight check?
Like what you mean on Aranye?
Yeah, like he's trying to fucking take us to.
Wait, I don't know. Like,
You don't. He doesn't
just-
seem like he is hostile,
Ron?
at least.
Let's follow him.
Well,
Maybe
his full
that's his
name is
first and last name.
Aranye Hollowhand.
So your first name.
I am. I don't know about you.
But no, you don't get the feeling he's going to take you someplace dangerous or he's lying to you.
All right. Well.
Demon forges do sound kind of dangerous, but that's something I want to see.
Honestly,
Sure.
Betha was okay with, like, when he said he was moving us from here. It's like, I mean, we're already surrounded by demons, so, like, let's go find out more. Let's do.
Yeah. Betha steps
So-
in Zalia.
Alright, so
Any personal
he
forge.
as you all kind of step close, he waves his hand, and there is a poof as you all
Did Ivor step in?
suddenly, yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Apparate
his tender on my
into,
shoulder.
yeah, exactly, into a new area that you haven't been to before.
And we left their cathedral barred, so they have to break down their door to get in.
That's fucking awesome.
Well, we actually did teleport, just like we told them that we did.
Although
yes!
they poured around though, so it's probably not as effective as it sounds.
There's no one left to tell the story, but
Right.
Well, the Nalfeshni could probably get through, but I don't think the Tenaruk or fuck anybody else can. And who knows if there even are more Nalfeshni. Yeah, they're gonna have to fucking.
We'd like to
desecrate their own
think there
shit.
aren't, but
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
So you appear in a new area that you probably haven't seen before.
What the?
Ooh.
There is a large forge in the middle of the room that looks like it has a strange magic around it that's sort of glowing.
Yeah.
And there's like weird, looks like some kind of abyssal sigils carved in the side of it or etched in the side of the stone forge, and just lava bubbling inside.
Are these weapon racks?
Yeah, there are a bunch of weapon racks filled with great swords and a whole bunch of weaponry that looks like it could belong to the demons, like some of those Tanaruk.
Oh, not like dwarven stuff.
No. Aranye says, I seem to have distracted them for the time being. Using magic, they have forgotten about this hallway. It's keeping me safe, so I've used this as a base of operations. Now, you say you haven't seen anything odd other than these dwarves appearing.
right. Well, you keep talking about the source of the power. Can you explain what you mean by it?
Source of the power? What do you mean?
What's the term he keeps saying? Have you found
The chaos.
The chaotic magics?
Yes, that.
He says, I don't know for sure, but I keep detecting strange magical surges that I don't recognize. I thought at first they were necromancy, but they seem to be something else.
Are they illusion?
I don't know. I don't think so. They don't seem like illusions.
Wait, so would it feel like an altered necromancy?
Perhaps. It has the signatures of necromantic or necrotic energies, but I don't know. It seems way more chaotic and much more powerful.
And you are the hollow hand that specializes in necrotic things, correct?
He says, no, I'm actually more of an illusionist myself. Why would you think I specialize in necromancy?
Yeah. That motherfucker lied to our. Okay, this is.
So-
Yep. Nah. Sorry.
Do you have to have other brothers or clones or something?
Brothers,
You are a fascinating
clones.
individual.
What
There is
year?
another you, exact you, running around, except he does necromancy.
He gives
What
you a
year
look.
do you
He
think
says,
it is?
We asked
What
him that
year do
before.
I think it is? It's,
Oh, I asked the dwarf. I didn't realize we asked him.
We
Okay.
might have asked
Says
him, but
you-
he definitely didn't answer.
I think you asked me this already. It's 1157, the 13th cycle, of course. What year should it be?
What we think it is?
Yeah, that's the year it is.
Fucking wild.
Alright, so we ran into situations where there were souls trapped in a loop of time and they thought it was previous cycles and stuff like that. You're clearly not that. We ran into Orbrow, who seemed like an illusion of a ghost. You might be that, but you wouldn't know you're that.
Tip. What if the Isik version of Hollow Hands is stuck in a loop?
I don't.
He looks kind of
Think
back
as
and
much?
forth as you're all
He
talking,
wasn't-
completely confused. Isik version of me.
So, if you go to Isik, you kind of have your own pseudo country.
Isik. Is that the undead city?
Yes.
It was.
We
got rid of a
met
lot of
you
it.
there. We met you there before we
I've
came here.
never been there. What are you on about?
You.
You had
It
an
looked
island.
like you. He talked like you.
You haven't been there yet,
He
perhaps.
asked like you.
Give me
As
a
my
persuasion
companions-
check. Or go ahead.
Who?
I was gonna say, as my companions keep like just spouting off like snippets of information to him, I'll say, many weeks ago, my companions dispatched the current undead threat to Isik. Shortly thereafter, we had a little bit of a summit between parties which were interested in securing some sort of peace in the region or power in the region. At that summit, an individual named as Aranye Hollowhand made a very interesting appearance, walking in invisible and then making himself known to us as he decided to interject himself into our conversations about what to do with Isik. And during that conversation, he made it very clear to us that he would be requiring a sovereign state on the island nearby Isik. He looks exactly like you, takes your name, speaks the same way as you do, and is very, very fascinated with necromancy. So if he is not you, he is perhaps a man pretending to be you, or something else.
An imposter! Who would copy me? He says, I should
I mean,
look
yeah,
into
really.
this."
Who would copy you?
Quick question: are you powerful enough to potentially do a simulacrum and then forget you did one?
What?
What?
No, I would remember if I cloned myself. That's silly.
I
Lou.
probably forget things like that.
Yes.
Lou,
Yes.
when he first saw us, he recognized us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he-
here in these halls.
I don't remember exactly what he said to you.
He said,
He referred to us in very friendly ways and knew that we
Yeah.
were the Misfits.
Yeah.
So either Lou
Wait,
and
he was nicer than the other Hollow Hand. I like this
That's-
one more. Let's keep
All
so
right.
much nicer.
Well, let's say he didn't know you, just to make things easier. Let's just say he may have pretended. If he's being maybe pretending, maybe he didn't act like he knew you.
And I think it might have been, it was perhaps a little vague. Like, I specifically don't remember him referring to us as the Misfits. I think he said something along the lines of, there you are. Have you found out anything about all this chaotic magic? So it was very friendly, but I don't remember him calling any of us by name or anything like that.
Yeah, so let's assume maybe he didn't specifically call you by name or act like he knew who you were.
And my other question is, all the stuff he's saying about the necromancy and the not quite necromancy, like, would anything click there for those of us who are trained in Arcana?
Sure, give me an Arcana check at disadvantage. Maybe I'll give you some more information. 15, 13. So
Well,
At,
14.
Yep.
14. So I'll say with the 15, maybe Ivor might think that magic disappearing and reappearing could refer to the strange ghosts you've been seeing. If they are illusions or what they are. Because they're the only things that Ivor you could think of that you've seen that kind of come in or come and go.
Good. Then, I mean, owing to this iteration of Hollow Hand, seemingly having a... Oh, go ahead.
He was responding to the Isik thing. He says, I have heard of Isik, but I've never been there. Recently, I was in Highgard, doing some research at the library, when I felt a strange surgence of magic in the area, so I traveled to Char and found this place. At first, I thought it was just some powering of demonic energies, which wasn't very interesting to me. But then there was the strange signatures that I could not identify. That's why I'm here. I don't know of a clone or another version of me in Isik, but I know that I've come here to study these strange magics, and I am an illusionist myself.
Did we get the first name of the Hollow Hand that we met?
Yeah.
It was the
He
same
also
as
said
his.
it was Aranya, yeah.
Mhm.
As he regales us with this particular telling of his story, does it sound honest and forthright?
Give me
Or does
insight.
Okay. Jesus. I don't know why I ask these questions.
Yeah, you don't detect any lies or malice when he's talking. He seems confused by your claims that he is a clone or a brother, or he, according to him, has no brothers or clones or simulacrums.
Not saying necessarily he is a simulacrum. He may have made one and forgot about it. It happens to the most prodigious.
Who would that happen to? A simulacrum is a powerful spell. If you make one, you don't just forget about them. And I suppose you could if
Don't
you...
listen to him.
Is it a little piece of your soul, like a Horcrux?
No, it's
No.
you take snow, make it look like you, and it comes to life.
Yeah,
wow.
it's kind of like a clone of yourself, but...
One of two things is the case then. Either someone is pretending to be you, or in some way you've been twinned. Perhaps a future version of you or a past version.
Says, well, that is interesting, and I think I will look into that after I finish here. But for now, I am very interested in what's going on here.
There's a Dracolich summoning demons.
Well, I don't care about the demons. I more mean the erratic energy signatures I keep sensing in this area.
Chaotic energy is illusion. And
my
that
best-
may be related to the Bodak, as he was able to use that illusion to speak with us and to do some other things.
He says, well, whatever it is, it's no simple illusion, because if it was an illusion, it would have a very specific signature. And
I'm going to
these...
start ritual casting Detect Magic while people are talking.
All right.
You're wielding a great deal of power, I know that.
He says, I will say the demons are making this quite complicated. And you say there's a Dracolich here as well.
Also yielding quite a bit of magic.
Not sure if he's actually here. He could be a distance away. He may not be in these halls close to us.
Hmm.
And we only have the Bodak's word to go by. Although the Bodak did help us, so we're inclined to believe it.
He says, do you think you could find this Bodak?
Mr. Bodak, if you're watching, could you come here, please? It worked before.
You're not wrong.
You asked him for
Continues
help and
with
he
his
helped. He
ritual
didn't
for
show
detect
up.
magic, so he
did
can
he?
actually see if there's an orb part, sense if there's magic around.
Something tells me that if there was something to be seen, Master Hollowhand perhaps could see it, and I'll point to my shoulder.
He says, yes, I do have the ability to see invisible things, which I was also curious about. What is that you have with you?
This is Tinder. He's an imp.
He says, that is no imp.
Oh, fucking.
Huh.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you fill us in on the rest of the
Rest of-
information with Tinder?
Fuck no.
Yeah, he said it was a devil. Needed to be freed.
Yeah, I told you something, I think.
You
He
told us it was a
says-
devil that needed to be freed before it took the form of a...
Yes.
Yeah,
that-
this is its reduced form. I didn't know if you had told us that or not.
He
Yes,
says,
I did tell you that, yeah.
it might be taking the shape of one, but that is not an imp. It is something infernal, but it is more powerful than a simple imp. In any case, its magic is quite normal. I'm not as concerned with that.
Ivor has 2 levels of illusion on.
Hmm?
You've
Oh.
got steaming, and under that, you've got whatever you're using to pull
Oh yeah,
Zalia.
he's very well
He doesn't
hidden.
have anything going. It's
What?
normal. Completely
Yeah.
normal.
He
I
says,
have
We're
no-
objects.
Magical signatures.
listen, I really want to find out more about this Bodak and what these supposed illusions are. If you find the Bodak, do you think you could capture it and bring it here?
Could ask him. That seems to
No.
work better, honestly.
That's
I
a
don't
good
think we
question.
can capture it.
Finding the Bodak is in fact what brought us here in the first place, and that has proven to be more difficult than we anticipated.
He thinks for a
Certainly,
moment.
we are
All
trying.
sightings of the Bodak recently have been illusions, so I'm not even sure if it's really real.
Also, Mr.
Or
Bennett,
here.
if you are listening, I do have your father's bones. It'll be given proper burial. Please come talk to us.
Your Bodak wouldn't be able to see you here. I have this area warded against detections or
That's smart.
scrying.
Can Theo step out of those protections? Like, is there like a door or something where he could just be just outside
I
safely?
could try to message it. Got one spell left.
I can go walk around and find an area where I get some reception.
Can you hear me now?
He looks at you all and says, oh, actually, I think I have something that might help. He pulls a circlet out, and he says, if you find the real Bodak and put this on him, it should immobilize him. Then you can bring him to me for study.
What if he's an illusion?
Well, then it won't work. You'll have to find the real one. Do you think they're all just illusions?
Wait, to study, do you talk or just section study?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I assume start with talking and see where it goes from there.
What is that?
Please take this circlet. Yeah,
I mean,
thank
yeah,
you.
I'll take the circlet.
He says, just put it
Just
on the
on Donnie.
creature's head. It will, well, you can put it on yourself, but it doesn't affect living the same as it does the dead.
Huh.
If he is
Okay.
truly undead, this should immobilize him and make him easier to transport.
Hollow Ham, will you put it on real fast just to see something?
My own circlet?
Yeah. Are you undead?
No, I'm not undead.
Will you put it on to prove it?
Sure. He puts it on, then takes it off.
See, if you could be undead and we just don't know that it works, and you're bluffing us.
I could be, but no, I'm not
It seems
undead.
unnecessarily complicated.
I'll reach out a hand for it. If he gives it to me, I'll put it into the bag of holding. What's it called?
Strained circlet.
Strained circlet?
Strange.
Strange.
It does look pretty. It's a gold circlet inlaid with several gems.
What sort of things does this affect? Strictly the undead.
Well, it also affects the living, but it has a different purpose for the living.
What is that purpose?
It helps me keep in touch and see through the eyes of a living person who's wearing it.
Very curious.
Oh, that is...
If we are separated from you, we actually could communicate with you by allowing you to see where we are and what we're seeing by wearing it.
He nods and he says, I suppose that's true. Yes, that could be a way of you communicating with me.
Anybody want to wear the circlet?
I'm
Oh,
putting it
What are
into
the
the holding.
but
what are the side effects?
He says, don't put it on, though, because once you put it on, you won't be able to take it off.
Oh, it's cursed. Okay.
Yes. Well, unless you're me, of course.
The way you said yes, but that was perfect.
I'm gonna sit down and take a rest and identify this gem that I've been.
Now, while you're do we have people who would like to take a quicker version of a short rest while we have a moment?
Don't use your resources. We can just take a rest.
He says, yes, you can stay here for a bit if you wish. This place, at least for now, seems safe. I don't know how long that'll
Surprising.
last.
Surprising that they don't come through an armory more often.
Well, they don't know where it is anymore. I've magically warded it so they'll just keep walking.
So, during all of this, Donnie would have spent some time examining the weapons and pulling out dumb axe and kind of lifting each one, comparing them, and kind of like pseudolily mocking dumb axe, kind of half like he's going to drop dumb axe. It's not very valuable as he's looking at these other weapons. I'm assuming none of these weapons are particularly interesting. It's more Donnie's just kind of playing with dumb
They're
axe.
Orcus
All
weapons.
right. The
Yeah, they're not
axes,
dwarven
these are demon weapons. You would never trade me for one of these. You can't even bluff me.
I wouldn't be so sure.
And says you look like one of those dumb Tanaruk that you've been fighting.
An orc. They're orc.
Yeah.
Saying we look dumb, dumbax.
Yes, you do.
You're dumb.
You're dumb.
I
You're
love
dumb.
that axe.
You're dumb.
What variety of weapons are there here? Are they strictly greatswords? Like, basically a bunch of what the
Mostly.
Tanaruk have?
So yeah, mostly great swords. It looks like there are a couple of glaives that were forged here. Maybe some of the Tanaruk are using those, but mostly
the
large weapons. Yeah, halberds, glaives, great swords.
Okay. Are there any finesse weapons of any variety? Or are they strictly like heavy weapons?
No, these are all pretty big.
Yeah, that's fair. All right.
So, yeah, a hollow hand would say, what was I saying before I... He says, yeah, I don't know how long the enchantment's going to last. There are some more intelligent demons, and if they do figure out what's going on, they will try to break down the door. But so far, the cultists and the lesser demons have been falling for it.
These cultists that you mentioned, are they demons themselves, or are they humans, or otherwise?
No, they're orcs, and I'm actually not sure where they came from. I'm assuming maybe one of the surrounding caves, but yeah, it's odd. They seemingly showed up out of nowhere.
And to your knowledge, they are just regular orcs with a fascination for Orcus?
Well, they seem to be zealots. They are wearing the robes and wielding the holy symbols of Orcus, so I would assume they are full-on worshippers.
Never met an orc zealot before.
Really?
But they are,
Everyone
to your
like
knowledge,
simultaneously looks at Donnie, who's like, "What?"
really? To your knowledge, they are not otherwise like supernatural or supernaturally imbued.
He says, "No, the demons are definitely. I mean, they're. I don't want to say standard demons, but they were brought in through summoning. But the actual cultists are of this plane. I think they're
Very
just
well.
orcs. I'm
That would
not
be good to know.
sure where they came from."
You'd have thought that someone in Char would have noticed a parade of orcs.
He nods.
Indeed.
He says,
There
"Well,
is
unless they didn't come from the
We've gotten
surface."
quite far from Char.
Well,
there are extensive underground tunnels that have been formed over quite a few cycles.
nevertheless, it seems to me someone would have noticed a parade of orcs coming through the countryside. I wonder if there's any sort of teleportation to fit down.
Well, there are other ways into the temple, Aranya says. My guess would be, as your friend just said, that these orcs probably came from underground somewhere. You know, there are still surface dwellers who live in the deep. Some people down there don't even know the fires are extinguished.
They came by train.
They came by train, yeah. Came on the dwarf subway.
That's my business. I will fight them if they try and take my train business.
Is there a card for Uranye? Did we get one when we met him?
Yes. You mean
Or
like...
the other Uranye, I guess?
Are you talking about in the journal?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's under NPCs.
Oh. Seen under Isaac. Okay, let me see here.
Okay,
NPC.
Zoe is checking out of the conversation. And
Oh, there he is. I was looking for an I. It's an E. That makes sense. Okay, Uranye. Okay. For the journal, sorry. Thank you.
Sure.
Zalia's doing what?
I'm identifying that gem that
Yes, the clear gem.
Which gem is this?
we found a gem like 3 sessions ago that
Oh,
we just
jeez.
popped
Hang
through.
on, let me check my notes.
Where did we-
It's definitely one of the legendary power crystals.
It was the day that I
Those are blue.
I mentioned it in the
Quiet.
the day that I scribed.
Do you remember where we found it?
Yeah, do you
It's, yeah,
remember?
very end of my journal, so let me find it.
Probably down in one of these rooms.
It was coming from
it
the
was
large
in the magic
statue.
room.
Sorry,
Yeah.
what?
Oh, you pulled it out of the statue. The statue was
Yeah.
glowing, but the statue wasn't magic. It was just the
Divination
gem in it. Yeah.
Yeah, this middle statue
Oh,
had a hidden one.
yes.
Good call.
Yes.
Come on, big money.
I remember now.
It's gonna be something good.
Hopefully.
Jim of Vermin Summon.
Yeah, that was when the statue was destroyed, right?
I don't think we destroyed that.
No, we
Nope.
didn't destroy the middle one.
No, she just
We were able to
opened a
pass
little
the check
compartment
to-
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just saw it.
Okay.
They don't let me destroy very much, Lou. Just remember that.
Fair
You've
enough.
destroyed 4 statues so far.
That's a dirty fucking lie.
We don't let him smash nearly enough doors, is what he's saying.
Does
Hey,
brings
hey,
eternal though.
Donnie, do you want to destroy the demon's weapons while we're here?
Yeah, not the same.
Okay.
They're tiny. Theo's been resisting the urge to go around the forge, mending every carved-in demon symbol off the forge.
So just like a way to blow it up, yeah. Or
You know,
maybe
I'm not finding my notes on that. We're pretty close to time. Let me get back to you on that. I'll see if I can look through and figure it out. 'Cause this might be a good place to stop anyway, right?
It's a big statue in the magic room, and it was unidentified divination magic.
Yeah, I definitely remember it. I'm trying to find in my notes what it does, though. Because
I was hoping it was truce.
True seeing.
it's not a true seeing gem, but it does have... Yeah, I would have to look for it, so let me get back to you.
I
but-
do need to get to bed, so...
Yeah, why don't we
wrap up?
do MVP votes? Let's fighting through the temple today.
Was that where we found that stone? Like, it was that where we found Tinder, or
No.
No,
different?
it was after we found Tinder in the magic room.
Okay.
I
Oh,
think
it had like another magic, like teleportation
Tinder
star or
was
something.
right. Yeah, it's if you look on the
Oh,
map.
and anyone on the
room
Twitch
right
can
northwest
vote
with
too. If
3
they
Yeah,
want.
I know. I'm just trying to. I
Hi,
know
Twitch.
where
In the
I know
magic
where it was on the map. I'm just not sure how to describe it in the journal. So.
Alright, so it looks like, let's see, I got 5 votes.
Sorry, I haven't voted. I was making notes for the
To
journal.
describe it
No
in your
worries.
notes, you can label it as just the magic room because it had a sign on it saying magic room.
Oh, the magic room. You're right. Okay, cool.
I think I know who the MVP is. It looks like Donnie with 3 votes. You are the MVP. Congrats.
Thank you, guys.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Sorry, Ivor, for messing with you there. I hope you didn't mind. I was actually intending to mess with either Theo or Beldani, so sorry about that.
You got an inspiration point from him too.
You stole my inspiration.
Yep.
You stole
And I got one
inspiration,
here, too,
and you just got
so-
one. Yeah.
I apologize, my friend. I hope no hard feelings.
No, it was funny. I just wish that I hadn't spent an inspiration on it.
It's like, oh, what's going on
Again,
here? Inspiration. I was like, ooh, he's not going to like that.
Yeah, sorry about that, man.
Oh,
And now Theo has a
that's
dog.
fine. All right. So, yeah, hope everyone had fun. And, yeah, we'll pick it up next week.
Later, folks.
All right.
Night.
Good night.
Have a good
Oh,
night,
great.
everyone.
Great. Did you dip out yet?
No, I think he's still, or did he?
Still in the channel, but
I was going to tell
Right,
him. I'll
I think
just
it's
keep
wrapped
it
up.
in my inventory till I get a hold of him. Going to tell him to track the rams in his inventory now.
oh yeah, you have the doll and he has the ram.
Yep, we traded.
Oh, the battery room. Gotcha.
I much prefer it this way.
All right,
Hey, Lou.
it's great to have you back, David. See you all
Oh,
next
yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
hopefully you're feeling better.
Yes, so I will let people know about next week. Hopefully, I will be able to make it, but it all depends on how my follow up goes. So,
Yeah.
week.
All right. Well, good luck. Hopefully it goes well.
Yeah, good luck. Get plenty of rest.
yes,
Take
I'm
care
off
of
to bed
yourself.
now. So, good night,
Good
everyone,
night.
and I will talk to you guys next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Hey,
So,
Lou.
Go
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You can go.
I was just gonna ask if you could enable your compendium. I just want to see if this amulet of the devout will work out of the compendium. Because I was trying to build it, and it's hard to make it affect the spell save DCs.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Go ahead,
Theo's a bit
Ivor.
too long in his punchy mode. People have forgotten he likes using crossbow.
Well, it's not like, I mean, they're
My
here
feelings.
in the group. They're here in the group and they can be shared. It's just that
Oh, no. It's Theo's gonna try making all of his own things and stuff. Beldani getting them 100% was the right decision. Theo, in character, is hurt that Zalia forgot how much he loves shooting. He's like, because the way she said it, it's just like nobody else uses them, right? Theo's just like, but, and then she kind of got him a little bit for him being, oh man, I don't get to hold him. So he's just in there like,
You know, that's funny. Well, I mean, you get a hold them. You get if you want to, just ask Valdani, and you'll be able to examine them, like Zalia said, so you can build some yourself, analyze them.
Still need to figure out whether or not gonna have Theo try with firearms or stick with crossbows and stuff, because next time we get a feat, the feat's going specifically towards the crossbow expert or gunner expert. Just
Nice.
gotta talk with Lou about rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do feel. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Lou. You said this. The thing we found, it is a gem specifically, as opposed to like any other sort of like little thing. Do we have like any description for it? I'm just super
I
curious.
thought it was a crystal.
It's a clear
Yeah.
gem that had divination magic.